world forged in blood, but torn by tragedy. In a time before gods were merely legends, there is a tale of a group of unlikely heroes who changed everything. They conquered their fears and the fears of God to save us all. This is their story.
Welcome to Constructed Chaos, where we run our D&D live stream every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Time. Today, we are running our Pokemon campaign, and things have really come to a point. I don't want to give away too much, not that I know a lot, but I do know that we're starting with an amazing combat, so things are going to be real heated right off the bat. And let's get our sponsor out of the way. Tabletop Beard is here with Spring Equinox Beard Oil, one of their newer scents, but they do also have a special anniversary oil, as today is their 1 year anniversary. Woo! Hooray! Yay, Tabletop! We love you guys. It's even more genuine the second time we say this.
Yes.
But thank you so much, Tabletop, for sponsoring us through so many different sessions. We love having you guys on. And if any of our viewers are interested in picking up their very own beard oils or beard products, I am told that they are running a buy one, get one free on their website for pretty much all of their products except for the samples. So if you've ever been interested in picking up some of this stuff and trying it, today is the day. And you can use code CHAOS20. I'm pretty sure that it does work with the buy one, get one free. So you can get 20% off. The link is in the description below. Go check them out and try some of the beard oil for yourself. Do also check out our friends over at Darkport. They ran an excellent stream last night. It was an absolute gut punch. If you are looking for an emotionally driven campaign with amazing production quality, where they don't forget to turn on their mixer, you need to go check them out as well. Their link is in the description below. Like I said, they stream on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Central Time, which works perfectly with us because you can watch D&D 2 days in a row.
Yeah.
There's nothing better. But all that said, I think we've got everything out of the way, so I'm going to pass things over to Sam again.
And this time I'm not going to say that they can't hear us. Because they could.
Yeah.
So last session, a month ago, we usually run this campaign about once a month. We are, like you said, some minor spoilers. We're getting close to the end here. Now's the time to go back and catch up if you haven't already. It's a shorter campaign as we only run it once a month because there's a lot of homebrew stuff that I do on the back end. But last session, the players got a lot of fun little powers and a little boost. I figured instead of giving them the ability to carry 4 Pokemon with them, I just would make them Pokemon. So I gave them some little powers and things that they could do as kind of an extra support member for their teams.
I'm a Zapdos.
Feel free to go back and rewatch the last, I think it's like the last 30 minutes of last session to catch up on all of that.
It was epic. And I was getting goosebumps the whole time.
Yeah, no, it was exciting. That was some stuff that I had been planning for a while. There was a little bit of a hint of it back when Mugen got his stuff.
I teared up.
Yeah.
I just remember that.
Yeah. I was watching and I was like, I got all proud again.
Yeah, I forgot.
But yeah, so after all of the gifts were given, and you have shown the gods through some quick thinking on Grayson's part to have the rain god channel the psychic energy and show everyone the visions of what they've seen, proof, seeing is believing for a lot of people. You've now gotten ample gifts. Some Pokemon have evolved. New powers, new toys, new things you can do. And same thing for some of the locals in the area. Kuva, Wakum, Arya, and even Kavan's Archeops decided to join in the fray. Everyone wants to test out their new powers. Everyone wants to see what they can do. Everyone wants to see how they stack up now against everybody. So we jump into a 4v4 combat. We've already rolled initiative. Is everybody ready?
Oh, I'm
Let's
ready.
go.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, one of you guys is not up first.
We got
Pull up
this.
the combat scene, Sam, so they can see our
You're right.
lovely
Boy, not
mons.
ready.
Look at my little baby. Look curb stomp down there.
Yeah, you can move it, and then the ring behind that is the zoom.
Oh, fancy.
Round of applause for Sam on the cam. Sam on the cam. Sam, I am on the cam.
So as you can
Sam on
see,
the
these
cam.
are not Pokemon, but there is a Tyrantrum, an Archeops, a Shelgon, which is a little Geodude, and a special water variant of a Furret, which is the Gyarados. And that Furret is up first.
Oh, boy.
as It's gonna take a step back. Let's see. It's gonna take two steps back, and you feel the air chill as clouds roll in.
Chill
Ice
out.
begins to coalesce at the front of this thing's mouth. As Nacho does a 9 hit.
It does not.
Okay, as you see this ice beam shoot forth, and quite fittingly, not used to its newfound powers, it kind of stumbles back and the ice shoots wide into the air.
You get
as-
wrecked.
Next up is the Shelgon.
We made eye contact and it made me nervous. Don't make eye contact with the DM. It makes him attack you.
The Shelgon's gonna rush.
How rude. What a mistake.
You can just zoom out a little bit and leave
They
it.
trip him.
Okay, this one? Nope.
No, you had it right.
Why is it not twisting? There we go.
He doesn't like you.
You got it.
The Shotgun's going to rush up as this purple draconic energy bursts forth from the little hole in its face, as it slams towards Curb Stomp. Sorry.
Get wrecked.
Yeah, don't forget the SH sound in there.
Yeah,
Otherwise, it sounds
stomp.
real
Curb
violent.
stomp.
Yeah. For a 13 to hit. These things are rolling
Yep.
pretty low. That does hit. Okay.
His AC's at 12.
Thank you so much, Grim, for the generous support, as always. I will add your Chaos points here in a second. And welcome new friends to the Chaos Crew. Woo woo.
Oh my god. I just deleted something by accident and thankfully undo worked.
Don't close the tab.
For those of you who don't know, we are using custom Google Sheets. So it is.
Oh my god.
That is 12 plus 5. That's 17 points of dragon damage. As he slams into you and just kind of stands his ground in front of the rest
Is
of
it
the group.
17?
17.
I'm digging this music.
Thanks.
Next up is Archeops, and then Nacho, you're on deck.
I'm gonna make dragon damage a thing in base D&D.
Right.
It'll just simplify every dragon stat block.
I'm
It's like
down.
forget acid, lightning,
They all
cold.
do dragon.
They all do dragon damage.
The Archeops is going to fly in on Tater Tot. Sideways like that. And I lost its place. It's there. Okay. Ooh, does a 21 hit?
Yeah, I think so. I think that clears it.
They are getting better at rolling. First roll was a natural 2, and they've steadily been getting better. For 7, 7, and then that's 11 points of bug damage.
Does steel resist bug?
Steel
right?
does not, I
No?
don't think.
I thought steel resisted.
If it does, take half. If it doesn't, then
Let
take
me
all of it.
Chad, somebody pull up the type chart. We gotta know.
Steel's one of the ones that I often, and bug are the ones that
Yes,
are
steel types resist bug attacks.
What was the ground
I
ground
usually
thing
have.
again?
weird. The ground.
Is ground super effective against ground? Didn't we have this discussion?
Ground is super effective against rock.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I knew that.
And ground
But there
resists
are a
rock.
lot of rock ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
so
you see
half
this thing.
damage, right?
Yeah, half
Rounded
damage.
up,
Down.
down,
Down. So it was 7 rounded down to 3.
Got it.
As it zoots back out of there with its remaining movement, and it did gain the benefit of the dodge action from that U-turn.
Yeah, I
Dude.
just did that myself.
Nacho, it is your turn. Zircon, you are on deck.
Okay.
All right. I would like to have Nacho use which Pokemon is the T-Rex again?
Tyrantrum.
Tyrantrum. I would like to use the Rainbow Feather Dance on Tyrantrum.
Okay. And what do I do for that? I did type these up, but
I need you to
remember.
make a Charisma saving throw. You're trying to break a DC. I'm just not seeing it.
Charisma. It's 10.
10. It's a 14 DC.
So it fails.
Right.
What happens to it?
Their attacks are made at disadvantage if they attack anyone else other than me for the duration. And my next attack has advantage, as well as being considered super effective.
What a guy.
Okay.
Take him up to the team.
Grim, thanks for the 14.
Put a ring on it so I remember that it has disadvantage. It's any.
The pink one.
The pink one?
Pretty.
Okay.
Around the tail.
That's what I'm doing.
Do you need me to?
Yes,
Queen.
It's got that bling.
It's a luau T-Rex.
Because it's
Yeah.
feathers and they're rainbow. As you see Halucha twirl into the air and a flurry of rainbow feathers swirl in a whirlwind and land on top of Tyrantrum. Unaware and unused to its new larger body, can't really dodge this effect. But it's mad at you. It doesn't know why, but it's mad. It's mad. Zircon and then Marshtomp.
What's the serpentine one with wings? What
that is Archeops.
Archeops. Okay. I am going to. Even though I'm tempted, is Zircon still channeling fire from last episode? Because I feel like I selected.
You
one.
have fire, so it
can use it.
If you read its ability,
I was reading it. Yeah,
it can channel of an ally, and you count as an ally. So
I see. In that case, I am going to have Zircon use flash cannon on the big one.
Okay.
I believe that's an attack roll.
Big one as in Archeops, or big one as in the Tyrantrum?
Tyrantrum.
Okay.
The big one.
Pick one.
A 13.
Just barely missed.
No!
Bully the
And
chief.
Zircon goes to focus its energy, and it's trying to separate this fire energy, and it doesn't quite understand what's happening, and it just goes wide.
Yeah, you guys see the clouds part in a circle just off the mountain.
Tyrantrum's eyes narrow. Marshtomp, you're up.
All right. You will see Marshtomp kind of brush off this Sheldon's attack. And then I will have him set up a rain dance.
Oh, yes. What's the radius on Rain Dance again?
It is 20 feet.
So not.
Which
Oh,
is-
radius. Yeah, that's right.
It's a red.
Yeah, 20-foot radius.
It's blood. It's blood rain.
It's the blood of his enemies.
And then you see he just...
And are you maintaining concentration for
Yes,
him?
yeah.
Okay.
He sets up a...
That's one of his fun new tricks that he got.
Wait, hold on. Can I attack? Can I do a bonus action attack and a regular attack at the same time?
Yeah.
Is this like leveled spells or no?
Yeah. No, not like leveled spell. So if it's a bonus, it's just pure base action economy.
Okay,
So you
so
can do a bonus action and an action.
I'm gonna set up. Yeah, I'll do a bonus action and just set it up as a light drizzle since we're this high up in the mountains.
Okay.
And as you do, you'll see the waves on my arm start to glow a bright blue as I hold concentration. And
The weather should have updated on your sheets at some point.
sweet. You can do that live,
I can.
bougie.
We do it live.
I am going to mineral smash him.
Okay.
So he'll brush off the attack, shoot up a raindrop, and then you'll see him kind of smash his fist into the ground and pull it back up, and it's just coated in rock, and then he'll smash the Shelgon.
Marshtomp smash.
If 14?
I just barely.
Oh my god! We should be taking some of these chat rolls. We should
Not
be
used
using
to
the
this
chat
newfound
rolls.
power. kind of stumbles and misses.
Yeah,
I
it's a
forgot
little
about the
bit
chat
heavier.
rolls. Oh,
Yeah,
well.
it's a little bit
Sam,
heavier than he's
I've been
expecting.
meaning to ask. I got the mark of the analytical last time.
Yes.
I didn't have a chance to.
Yeah, you can roll those.
I can
Sorry,
roll
I meant to
those
tell you
now?
before we
Okay,
started.
I'll do that now.
Yeah, you can roll those and have those.
So it's D20s, right?
Yeah. So for those of you at home, he basically got portents.
What is yeet again?
that? Is
That's
a
a
natural
20.
20.
Oh my god.
So I got a 15 and a 20.
That's some good rolls to
We
have. So
take
free
those.
action, you can replace any D20 roll that occurs, unless for some reason something does D20 damage. You can't replace those. Okay. So next up is the Tyrantrum and Tater Tots. You're on deck.
All right.
Tater tots, plural.
Yeah.
Yep.
I forgot about that.
Oh yeah.
So it has
Nice
disadvantage
upgrade.
on anything that isn't you, right?
Yes.
Well, unfortunately, actually, I think it can get close.
I can move it for you if you need me to.
He's gonna stay just out of the rain.
He's peeking a little. His little noggin.
he
Yeah,
likes it.
he could be in the rain. That's fine too.
I think he likes the rain. He's just like,
And you see as he's running up, he's stomping on the ground and rocks start to fly up in the air, but you notice that they're not falling back to the ground as they float behind him, and then they all just start peppering towards
Oh no. I'm fighting Radon.
Nacho. So I need you to make a dex save.
on his
Yes,
tiny
sir.
little arms.
17.
You save. So quite nimbly, Halucha starts bouncing off of the rocks as they fly by his
Yeah.
face.
My boy.
As
nothing
this
gonna hit
ancient
Halucha.
power has missed. Tater Tots, it is your go.
All right. I'm gonna start off by having Tater Tots hover. He's gonna hover up out onto the rocks, and I'm going to also target the Tyrantrum with.
Just check out the big guy.
That's what I'm. That's the goal, and I'm gonna hit him with an elemental blast, and I'm going to choose Steel as the damage type.
Okay. I believe that's a roll to hit, right?
It is as an action. You target a creature and launch an elemental blast of damage once per turn. Roll a d6. Blah blah blah. Single target roll to hit +6 and add a 1d6 damage. So let me see. It is
Yeah, on top of what are the normal. So
on
yeah,
top
steel.
of the 5d6 +3 +6 plus 1d6. Okay. I only have one use of this.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Hey, we have chat rolls.
I have-
If you're
well,
not sure.
I have to
It's a
roll
recharge.
a 6
Yeah.
to get it back.
It's a recharge.
Oh, I see.
I just heard
That's fine. You
numbers.
just
It's a recharge move.
So let me do my 5d6. That's a 1. 3.
We gotta roll a hit.
Yeah, I'm just. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't miss that step.
There is that condition.
wait. What are you going for?
The big guy.
Big guy.
The big guy. I think this big guy's about to drop like a friggin' sack of potatoes.
A 2 does not hit.
Okay, you rolled a
There,
14.
there are numbers
I will
in the chat.
I'll use my portent die and take that yeet that I got earlier.
You're gonna just
Oh.
auto
I'm just gonna free crit.
There you go.
Hey.
I'm gonna
I forgot
take the
you had
free
that.
crit. So
How soon we forget.
I'll see Tater Tots like start to, I guess, shake and fumble, and I'll just kind of like focus my hands and just kind of help like concentrate on him. I'm gonna channel my own will into him.
You see, their new teamwork is not too great, and you call out some words of encouragement.
They're like pulling against each other.
They're like, no, this way. This is how we go.
That is.
And then they all slam back together as the light shoots out of it.
Justin, thank you for the 5 gifties. Welcome in, friend. Good to see you.
14.
Awesome stream last night. Good job behind the helm.
14 plus 6 is 20 plus 6, so 26. And then crit, is that double?
And it's weak.
Yeah.
It's a steal.
That's like 100 something damage.
That's a quad.
You see this thing run up, and it's so like it's grinning towards Halucha as these rocks fly forward, and then Halucha, as you're dodging, staring this thing in the face, you just see a beam of light slam it in the side of the face, and it drops to the ground in front of Halucha.
It's gone?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
She tired.
Imagine it's just like a concentrated ball, and then it's just like a snap.
Yep.
Just like
Yeah,
a
you don't even
bullet.
see really what hit it. You just see a flash of light, and it is on the ground.
Out of nowhere, as it like makes its final roar, a banner that says Jurassic Park wraps around it.
Falls to the ground. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Big hit. Next up is the ferret. I think it's gonna try the. Actually, no. It's raining now,
Oh no!
so it's gonna slither up into the rain,
It's blood.
and it's gonna look at again the Halucha, just because. Even though this thing up high took it out, it can't reach that with the current range.
Just can't get enough of the nacho.
I don't think it's gonna hit. Is a 10 hit?
A 10 does not hit.
Yeah.
Really
Can't touch
not a
him.
fighter. Much more of a lover, Arya and her ferret, as this water in the air begins to coalesce into a circle around its face as a pulse shoots forward. But Halucha just jumps through the middle of it.
Unfortunately for them, Halucha's ability is literally seasoned fighter.
Yeah,
He was made for this.
He comes pre-seasoned.
Yeah.
he does.
Got Tony's.
He'll make some great KFC later down the road.
Next up is the Shelgon, and it is going to
Took me a second.
move around to
it's a long
put
day.
Marsh Tomp and Halucha in a line as it
Wow.
charges forward
How rude.
into both of them, making an attack on both.
Hey Sam, when you get a chance, the camera is a little out of focus.
You're not gonna hit
Just
me.
tap the back and it'll. Sorry, normally I'm right there.
No, you're
You
good.
got it.
Geez, my fun Pokemon that I created are rolling so bad. No one's gonna do anything that they can do.
Yeah.
Maybe an 11. Does 11 hit either of you?
Nope.
Does it hit Nacho?
Nope.
Okay. As he runs through
You gave us new powers, and we're gonna crush you with
and
them.
ends up on the other side of the two of you,
We'll teach you to be nice to us.
it's that same draconic energy as he slams past you all.
This is the pre-planned easy fight. He's gonna drop like a big
Yeah, then
Yeah,
we're,
then I'm gonna
we're
put
gonna fight the gods.
yeah.
Yeah.
We know how this works.
Next up is Archeops, seeing its friend go down. It is going to turn towards Tater Tots. Similarly, fly up itself, bringing with it more of these rocks from the ground, just like
Okay.
Tyrantrum, as they float in the air and begin to pepper pass. I need a dex save.
21.
Yup. As these big rocks start flying towards you,
They just like
They
split
separate,
apart. And they just go
and
right
Argus is
in
like,
between.
like, oh no. Nacho, it is you and Zircon. You're on deck.
Got it.
I hate to make you repeat. What is the Pokemon that Geodude represents once again?
Shelgon.
Shelgon.
It's
I know,
the
I
thing that
can't-
keeps trying to slam you guys with draconic
Yeah.
energy and keeps missing.
Okay, is that ferret further away from me? And if I wanted to walk up to it, would I do some opportunity attacks from?
It is further. You can walk up to it without invoking. You can
Okay.
get within melee range.
I would
without.
like to walk up to it and suplex that ferret
Hell yeah.
with flying press. So Nacho, let him have it.
Go for it.
All right. And at the time of the attack, I have to choose fighting or flying. I don't remember the type chart,
Hold on.
You said that's a water
but I
type
don't.
ferret?
It's a water ferret, but I don't know if it maintains its normal typing.
It doesn't matter either way.
It doesn't matter. I wouldn't have like a concept, but let's say it's a normal ferret. I'm gonna pick fighting.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
I would say it's reasonable that you fought regular ferrets.
Does a
before.
26 hit?
Oh,
Just
wow.
barely. no, it hits by a lot. You doubled its AC.
That's like an automatic death, right?
That's an auto crit if you double
This
their
is-
AC,
The
right? Is that how
ferret
that
just
works?
blinks out of
This
existence.
is a small observation, but honestly, Sam, I really enjoy that the Pokemon ACs have not like been astronomical.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
because
they can get
it's all
in-
natural armor, basically.
Yeah.
So, like, some of them, like Shellgun, I base it on the fact that it's got a shell, but...
It feels like
yeah.
there's a high ceiling that obviously we haven't reached yet,
Yeah.
and that's cool. I like that.
I would like Nacho to definitely wrap around the ferret, grab it at the waist, bend over backwards, and just suplex it down for 25 points of damage.
Wow. That's a backbreaker.
Halucha pops up. In general, I mean,
The ferret hits the ground and quickly swirls back in front of you, breaking free of your grasp, unless you get grappled.
No, I don't get grapple.
Okay. Breaking free of your grasp as it stands back in front of you, a little scared, but standing.
I didn't predict the cat-like liquidy.
Yeah,
Liquid that is the
it's
ferret.
it's a ferret. Zircon, it is your go. Marsh Tomp, you're on deck.
as it's Bagon, right? Rushes in front of Zircon after hitting his two allies. President just calls out instinctively, punch it! And then he's going to elemental punch, but it's keeping it steel. He's not going to channel fire.
Okay.
He's going to punch the Bagon in front of him. That'll hit. A 17.
That does hit.
And 2d8.
You would be correct in your math.
Rolls. 12 plus 3, 15 points of steel damage.
As you slam into the side of this thing, it doesn't budge, and you see its eyes from within that dark hole just like dart toward you like
What's a
Who
shell
was
gun?
that?
Sorry.
Yeah, it's a shell gun.
Yeah. As he hits it, just like barely indents in, and the glowing eyes. I'm imagining Zircon is maybe feeling a bit of his old self in this moment. Like, oh shit!
No, I pissed it off. Marshtomp, it is your go. And
Yeah.
Tater Tots, you're on deck.
All
Yes,
right.
The Tyrantrum is dead.
So I know what I'm going to do, but I kind of have a question.
You did almost kill it. with how much damage you did. Yeah.
It's a
You
ghost type now.
did almost outright kill it.
So Water Blast has, so if you before you know if the move hits, you may -2 your attack roll bonus and add a dice of damage to it. So
So you can roll.
So like let's say right now I'm like, yeah, whatever it is, I'm instead of +4 I'm doing +2. If I roll and I roll like a low number, can I still take a chat roll?
Yeah, so yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can always take a chat roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
Yeah.
I'm doing that. I'm doing that -2
Yeah.
anyway. So
Yeah. What you taking from chat?
I'm gonna take a 14 for a 16 to hit the. I don't remember what it is, but the serpent.
That's the ferret.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or the flying one?
The flying one.
Yeah, the
Archaeops.
Archaeops.
Archaeops. Yeah.
Yeah. What was it to hit?
16.
That hits.
Slay.
What is Archaeops? Flying dragon?
Flying rock.
One dice.
Damn.
I did not anticipate.
Take the red one.
Roll a 1.
It's a 10. Those red dice are hot.
23.
Good.
Points of water.
23
These
points of
poor
water
guys.
damage. And I'm gonna. It needs to make a dex save.
It's down. Does
Slay.
it still need to make a dex save?
No, it doesn't. It was for
Depends.
pro.
Does it get death saves?
It is not dead. You did not outright kill that one.
Just to clarify, our opponents,
good
they're
baby.
children, right? we're bullying a bunch
well,
of
the
children.
Archaeops, so the
No, we're
Archaeops
bullying
belong,
their pets.
the
Okay,
Archaeops
come on, man.
belongs to the chief.
Okay,
The
okay.
other 3 do belong
I don't
to
feel
children.
bad about him, but the
You
kids, I
did
feel,
bully the
I feel
children.
a little bad shooting that girl's Tyrantrum.
As the Archaeops has just finished attacking Tater Tots in an effort to protect its friend, Marshtomp launches a blast of water through the air, blindsiding this Archaeops as it just drops to the ground.
You see, after he sees him fall down, he pulls out a handle, and there's nothing on the handle, and he squirts water into a water blade, and literally just.
In
That's it.
fairness,
Okay.
they shot first.
Yeah, that is
did.
true.
It's true.
F around,
Yeah.
find out.
Also, would we all agree that the Archaeops fell like a rock? Like
Yeah,
maybe it
it
was really struggling to hold itself up, and then when it got hit, it just.
Oh yeah. It fell faster than a sack of feathers.
I'm sorry, it was 33 damage, actually. I add another
33.
2d6.
Okay, you still did not. You did almost outright kill it.
Oh God!
It's deader.
I forget the rain adds the 2d6 now.
We don't want to kill the Chiefs, man. We'll pull it back a little bit.
No, he didn't let us go to the place.
Well,
with
that's
the
2d6. I think if you
know
want
what?
it to.
Yeah.
I think if you want it to, right? It's not always 2d6.
Oh, I don't know. I just would assume
Oh, it is always 2. No, it is always.
rain affords
It
all
is
of your
always,
Pokemon
yeah.
an additional 2d6. Yeah, to all damaging attacks.
Okay, Tater Tots. Which Pokemon are you gonna kill now?
I think. Okay, so as a bonus action, I'm going to analyze the Shelgon.
Okay. And what does that afford you?
As a bonus action, analyze the target. You gain advantage on your next attack, and the damage is treated as super effective.
Wow, you made True Strike good.
Because I made it
that?
a bonus action.
And I'm going to use Tri Attack. And I'm going to choose all 3 of the damage types to be Steel, but they're
Okay.
going to hit super effectively.
Oh yeah, they will.
Let's go for a hit. It's a 17 plus 3.
Yeah, dirty 20 hits.
17 plus 17 plus 4. Okay.
Oh yeah, dirty 21 hits.
And then so now I need
Was it wearing plate armor?
Armor
just
made
holds
of
up a mirror.
plates. Yes.
That's a D10.
That's a D10.
You need a D8?
D8s look like the pyramids.
Yes.
How many
So
you need?
it is 3, please, if you got them.
That's another
I
one.
can give you another one.
Yeah, I need.
Yep, if you got them.
Sorry about the spikes. Don't hurt yourself.
Okay, this is pretty
Panicking.
It will come out.
Oh wait, here, use the special D8.
No.
Damn.
That was so lucky coded.
cool. An 8, a 1, and a 3. So 8 plus 4, 12 plus 3, and then Steel affords other benefits depicted in the type breakdown.
Mine came up as 8, just saying.
I had mine were 1 and a 3.
So that's 15,
So let's see.
and then I think it's
3d8.
guiding bolt. So I think it gives it just.
Well, it says you have to make a DC 13 check, otherwise you are stunned until the end of my next turn.
It beat it.
Oh.
It got a 17 plus whatever the save was.
So then 14 damage, super effective.
Fired.
14 doubled to 28. It is still up.
That's a really nice ability.
Uh-huh.
For against Amon, we did not have good types for.
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
This is a really strong.
I wanted
ferret.
you guys to be able to. Y'all have
Feel
limited
out.
Pokemon, so I wanted
Yeah.
to give you the option of more types.
Yeah.
Okay, so next up is the Furret. As it's like, we gotta take down at least one of these things.
This ferret is a tank.
We gotta try and take out one of them.
This dice is super neat.
It's a
As to
Blissey
not
in
take,
disguise.
as not to not take disadvantage by
step on
a
that.
point blank ranged
thinking the same
attack.
thing.
It's gonna turn towards. It's gonna scooch around, staying within range. As it a peaceful voice and hum begins to fill the air, and
Oh,
then
no.
it points its face at you as it just screams and lets out this piercing, ear-shattering hyper voice.
No.
For a 14 to hit, Marstomp,
Yeah.
I think you're the only one I've hit so far.
You gotta focus down the
Yeah.
blood rain generator.
Well, it likes the rain, unfortunately. It's just that's the only thing it can hit without leaving
He
Haluch's
bathes in the
range.
blood of his enemies.
Fair enough.
11, 14. What's 18 plus 8? That's 26 points of normal damage.
Wait, is that Shelgon still up?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's hanging around.
Very
Damn.
barely.
He's
Very
holding
barely.
in.
It's tankier than a T-Rex.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
He's
That
a
T-Rex
sphere.
took 100 and something damage.
Yeah, that did also happen.
Rick Plaza felt that one.
As that'll end the
He's in the
Furret's
background
turn.
going, "Oh shit!"
He's like, we chose wisely. As it turns to the biggest threat that it can see, seeing as Tater Tots is a pretty big threat in and of itself, as that same purplish energy that gave that evolved Tater Tot begins to envelop this creature as it turns towards Nacho
Thanks for the 6, Grim.
for a 14 to hit.
That does hit.
Oh no.
That was a lot of dice you just rolled.
Hang in, Nacho.
That's 16 points of psychic damage, so doubled to 32.
Yep.
And you are knocked back 15 feet.
Slade.
Who did this?
The rock.
Dwayne?
As you just suplex this ferret, this thing turns and knocks you out away from the ferret, so you can't hit it again.
It is getting pretty wet in the area, so we probably needed a little Dwayne.
Yeah. Nice. How much damage was it again?
32.
32. Thank
16 before it was doubled, but yeah, 32 because you're weak. And then it is Nacho's turn.
you. Nacho.
It's Nacho turn. Yeah.
Nacho.
And Zircon's on deck.
I typed in. I typed
I'm gonna
in
go home.
Nacho weakness to find out its type weakness, and then remembered that the Pokemon is called Halucha.
Nacho's weakness. The toilet.
Nacho, laser focus.
Nacho Libre's weakness.
Nacho's gonna run up to the ferret and punch it 4 times
Nice.
with Mach Punch.
4 times.
I believe that's how that works. It says max 4 attacks in 1 round.
Read it to
you
me.
gotta roll.
It's like super action surge.
It's as an action you launch your fist with at a target with the power of wind behind it. At such speeds your fist whistles through the air. If it fells a target, I get to move again, and then at the bottom it says max 4 attacks in 1 round.
Yes,
that'd
so
be
like if you
kill
fell it, you get to
something.
attack again.
You can chain it.
Ah, okay, got it. Cool.
So you can hit ferret once. If it goes down, you can hit something else again.
In that case, I want to flip it then. I'd like to flying press it in a different kind of suplex style that I will explain if it hits.
Okay.
And I would like to pick flying this time.
Okay. Okay.
All right, let's try. It's not good. 12.
We
got stuff in chat.
We have some rolls.
We got a 14, 16.
I can also pass you a 15.
What's your plus to?
It changes the roll, so whatever your plus is still gets added onto whatever the roll.
Oh, my
that you
plus
choose
is 7.
To attack to.
to
To
hit.
hit?
Geez, okay. Do you want the
Wow.
10?
Nacho was already pretty good.
Sure,
That's
I'll
why
take
you
the,
didn't
I'll
get
take
much
the
of a
10.
buff.
I think a 10
I'll
would
take
be
a
good.
10.
I think a 15 hits. So
17 should
yeah,
I'll take the
17 should
10.
Okay.
Thank you, chat.
hit.
That hits.
Jesus.
Yay.
A 12 did not hit.
Good. Hey, I'll talk to you.
I like that the two constructed chaos veterans are like, wait, we have to roll.
Don't ask if it hits or not yet.
Okay.
Because once you know you can't take a roll.
Yeah.
Just throw duct tape at Sam. Shut up.
I would like Halucha to kind of run in a circle and then flying like T at it in a kind of 619-ish way to do this move for 16 points of
Hell
damage.
yeah, okay.
Okay. It takes the 16 points of damage, and it is still up.
I like to imagine that Mudkip
God.
is like staring down this ferret, and then all of a sudden you just see a Halucha like running to you.
Like sideways T-pose.
Well, like the Shogun knocked it away, and the first like, oh thanks, and then just like gets blindsided, like, oh no. So both of the remaining Pokemon are looking pretty worse for wear, but Zircon, you are up.
I would
Marshtomp,
hope
you are
so.
next.
Do it again, I guess. He's gonna like rear back and try and punch again with the opposite fist.
I'm
Okay.
gonna do it again.
That is a. I don't want to waste a roll. I'm pretty sure a 15 will hit. Oh, sorry, that's an 18. Forgetting a plus 6 to this.
That does hit.
18 does hit.
That does hit.
12 points of damage this time.
Slade.
This thing is standing. You can't even tell if its eyes are open, if it's just running on pure adrenaline at this point. It is just like, I ain't going down without a fight. I ain't hear no bell.
Its eyes are still open, but you see they're like bloodshot.
It's just white. They're rolled completely back. Marshtomp, it is your turn. You left it with 1.
Fair enough.
That was the That was the Shelgon?
The Shelgon, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. I'll attack the Shelgon. I'll just use Water Blast at it. Seeing that it's weak and down, or about to be down,
Okay.
Marstop won't let it take another attack another round. Does a 15 hit?
That exactly hits.
Oh.
And as I said before, it is at 1 HP, so you do not have to roll damage unless you want to see how much you knock it out by.
Yeah, why not?
Do it.
It does resist water damage, so.
Make haste.
16, 24.
24 half to 12, I do believe that is more than 1.
It's two more than one.
Yeah.
Definitely no more than one.
Yeah.
No less than one.
As you hit it,
You got it.
It was there.
You recovered.
as you hit it, and Zircon's like, this thing can't still be up. But you realize, like, instead before where it was kind of like wavering, it just locked up. It is
Rigor
completely
mortis.
knocked out. But its round stomach is touching the ground, and it's keeping it standing somewhat upright, so it looks like it's still
Can't move.
ready to fight.
Turn that Pokemon into a Metapod.
Tater Tots. It is your go. There is one enemy standing, the Furret. The thing I thought would die first.
That's like a Chansey or something.
If I had to pick the order that things would go down, this is the opposite.
You think we're letting the big guy live? We're not gonna let the big guy live.
Yeah, not when you could do 120 damage to that thing.
Oh, I forgot to do this last turn. I need to roll my elemental blast on my upkeep.
That Furret
See
is
if I
like
get it back.
impossible.
I'd say I'd let you roll it twice, but I don't want you to kill
No,
Furret.
I didn't get it. I didn't get it, but I will still target the ferret with Tri-Attack, and I'm going to choose Electric for all 3 of the damage types.
That's very fair.
That is a nat 1.
So in other words,
But-
it's what's your plus?
I'm going to take my Portent die of the
Yeah.
15.
He wants to do it all in house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Flex your new powers.
I'm going to just scream out like, come on, Tater Tots, get it together. And they just sort of like refocus themselves, and they'll shoot off 3 bolts of electricity.
Hell yeah.
Does a 15 hit? 15 plus 4.
It
19 does hit.
It does
Okay.
hit. As you see the original Tater Tot, who is the electric one, put his magnets on the other 2 and like refocus
starts-
their faces
starts
towards
busting
the
at 'em.
enemy.
You're embarrassing me.
You're embarrassing me in front of Dad.
All right. 4, 2, 3. That is 8 plus 3 electric damage, so
3 plus 8 electric boogaloo.
22 damage to
22
this water
points
type.
of damage, yeah. As through this light drizzle, you see just... Normally electricity is a little, like, sparse or whatever. These 3 orbs that fire out collide into, like, a spear and just straight through the Furret.
Oh my god.
As it... falls unconscious, not dead. As we are out of combat, and I believe... You guys took very minimal damage.
I didn't get swung at.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Man,
I mean, you took 1 hit and 2 hits. I mean,
I took
I-
3 damage.
I wanted to take down that
Oh, yeah,
Furret
you got
so
hit
bad. I was ready. I was just gonna like.
I took
yeah.
twice.
I took 43 damage in those 2 hits.
you did. These things could do a lot worse.
yeah.
I expected at least 1 or 2 of you guys to go down, but I mean,
Get wrecked.
you guys waylaid on them. So with that, like I said, we are out of combat. Kuva. Oh, that's the wrong one.
Hey, that's the map.
On the map.
There's no
on the map.
transition. Well, because I knew the map's in the middle, so I pressed the map button. But it's main. As Kuva will walk up. Wow. That was pretty awesome. As she starts like, oh, and then she catches herself. She's like, oh, yeah, and she runs up to Tyrantrum and she starts feeding him some berries and stuff. And you see him kind of like stand back up.
You've got a good bond with your Pokemon. Obviously, you don't need us to tell you that. You were just told by gods. But we did also tell you that we're here to save the world. We wouldn't come unprepared.
Yeah, just kind of had to see what the gods saw in you guys for myself, and they chose wisely. I mean, that blast from the top, I almost didn't even know it was him who did it.
Sorry about your dinosaur.
No, that was... Now we know we have to work towards.
I'll walk up to the Tyrantrum and I'll just like go to give it a handshake. Like, we cool. You good, little man? All right, we're cool. We're cool. Have little arm.
Yeah, as it gives you kind of like a gruff like nudge back, like hey, we're cool, but like I'm gonna push you around and let you know I'm stronger than you at least.
I'll do it again.
But yeah.
You were a fossil before.
and Rayquaza will swoop down as everyone else starts to pick up their Pokemon, feed them some berries. Kuva will even walk over to the Archeops and give it some medicine. Rayquaza swoops down and goes, "That was quite the display of power. It's good to see how you can use and work so closely with powers brand new to you. I believe the Seer has chosen correctly. And with that, I believe she's waiting for you. As Kuva has said, it's time to send you back down to the bottom of the mountain, so you can make your way to the ruins in the east."
Thank you, wise one. We are indebted to you, at the very least.
Make haste. There is not much time left. As it begins to swirl into this pyramid into the sky, as the clouds funnel up from underneath you and into this tornado, to where you can't see Rayquaza's body, you can't see the rain or sun gods anymore. Vision is completely obscured, and just as quickly as your vision is obscured, it dissipates, and you're back at the starting line for the trial.
Well,
Where
we don't have to sneak there anymore.
We don't, but I need to see a chief about my Pokemon.
yes, your Pokemon are just over here.
He's here.
Yes, we were waiting. I'm not sure if you heard me, but I can speak through Archeops.
Oh,
It is a gift that was given to me by the gods.
does that work even when it's unconscious?
It's up now.
Oh.
As Kuva had healed.
Oh, I see. I thought Kuva had only healed their one.
Yeah, no, that's it. And then Kuva went, and they all healed their
Gotcha.
others. Yeah.
Well, thank you for allowing us to participate in the trial. Hopefully we are not late for our other appointment. We should go.
Yes, if the Seer sent you here, I doubt you're late. It's likely that everything is going exactly to plan.
Right, because she sees everything.
Yes. As Kuva's like, "Did you see? There was a big flash of light. It was so..." And he's like, "Young Kuva, I did. And I do know that you are the next to be chief, but you still have much to learn. You must keep an even temper."
I'll intentionally cut off the chief, get super low with Kuva and be like, "It was so cool, right? It was amazing. The light came down from the sky and I didn't expect to see 3 gods. I thought maybe we'd see 1.
Yeah. And to which Kavan says, "So, did the Serpent King gift you your markings? I do not recognize these."
I already forgot where mine came from.
Yours came from the sun.
Oh,
it was
yeah,
sun,
yeah.
rain, sun.
No, the serpent gods simply gave us their blessing in more of a spiritual sense.
Yeah,
He also gave you some big rocks with DNA. Like
Oh
things.
yes, we also got these big rocks. We like rocks in this club of ours.
Oh,
Well, Presnick like rocks. It's just nice to have it, you know?
it is quite beautiful. Is it some kind of power, or?
It's a purdy rock.
Fair enough. I find it surprising that you were given gifts at all, being outsiders.
Well,
But-
if you're ever in town for my tribe, feel free to participate in our trials. Maybe our god will give you one as well.
And where is your tribe located? I would very much like
it's-
to visit.
South.
In Iki. That is the town you guys just came from. You said further?
Further.
Oh, I know not of any other towns that further south.
Well,
What is
maybe
it called?
You hear Grayson. Is it across the sea?
Hey, it's from the sea.
Do I believe him? Actually, though?
Yeah, can I insight check him?
So, you do now have advantage on persuasion checks. So I will ask, like, roll? If you're deceiving, they'll know. I think they'll by the.
I buy it.
rolling.
I just buy it.
It's cocked.
Yeah. I buy it. Yeah.
Don't even need to roll a potentially second dice.
What did you say I have?
Your
Advantage?
tattoo gives you advantage on persuasion.
All right, I'm gonna roll again. I got a 19 on the first one.
Oh, jeez.
I got a 2 on the second one. So.
I actually got a 19 on my
I got
insight.
a 16 on my
But my
insight.
full roll is 25.
Oh,
With his voices. He's a very charismatic boy, this one.
so I believe him then.
Yeah, so south of the sea, whatever that
From the
means.
sea.
From the sea, whatever that means.
Hey, wait, is our proficiency bonus
3 now? Yes.
factored into?
It should. It should be.
Oh, yep. Okay.
So, all this time, ever since meeting Lucky, Presnick has just sort of taken your word as, sort of loose, and anything that might be possibly
offensive.
outside of the realm of belief is just almost like in one ear and out the other. But now he's starting to realize, like, no, he might actually be telling the truth about some stuff. He kind of like eyes you sideways a bit.
The shadow government caused my
Yes.
land and tribe to sink into the ocean. And so it is hard to get back, but I search for a way to bring them back.
That is so terrible.
Did you live in the ocean?
Well, there's kind of like a sphere where we can coexist in, and there's just kind of water in the sky. Sometimes.
Why are you looking at me?
How do you press on? How do you keep the will to keep going?
I hope that one day my tribe can see the sun again.
That's beautiful.
Well,
Are
thank
you are you the only one that has ventured outside of the bounds of this place?
No, I was kind of on like a fishing trip when it happened. It's kind of an accident.
Would you fish upwards in the sky?
I imagine they do now.
Amazing.
I have a headache.
Incredible.
Oh, well, thank you.
Wait,
I
wait.
hope
How
you can all
long ago
see it
did
one day.
that
This is so-
event happen? Presnick would know.
Wait, which
This was not like within a lifetime,
Where,
was it?
where the earth
No,
was
it was
broken
not.
away and a new island was created?
It wasn't
Yeah.
in a new light. No, it was.
That was pre-Syshen getting destroyed.
I was like, hold on, that's in my Google Drive.
How
somewhere.
old are you?
I'm not at
Also,
all.
you guys would know that island to be pretty exactly southwest,
Yeah.
Hold
not
up.
just straight south.
Didn't you guys say you yourself traveled forward and back and sideways and upside down in time?
We did, but it was more of like a temporary thing. We didn't stay there, and we jumped ahead a few weeks. If what you're saying is true, I believe you may be from a time long past.
I guess.
Yeah, sure.
What happened? You said you were on a fishing trip.
What do you mean? What happened? I'm here.
Oh no. Do you need anything else from us? I'm sorry. We have some.
You should visit sometime.
It's a great place.
If I can find it, I will. And partake in your trial and meet your god.
I'll send you a letter. Do you get mail?
I'm sure we do. And almost on cue, a large Pidgeot flies up from the east, landing probably about 15 feet away from you all,
I think
with something attached to its ankle.
Ah, the mail. Convenient.
Yeah.
Who's this Pidgeot for?
I've not seen it myself before.
Does it seem to be like not pointing, but like acknowledging somebody here?
No, it just kind of landed, and it's just like plucking at its feathers. It's definitely got like some kind of paper or something tied to its foot.
I'll kind of slowly approach it to make sure it's not gonna like peck at me.
Yeah,
'Cause
give me
I
a
like
Pokemon
birds.
handling check.
Okay.
Breaks computer.
Accidentally deletes more things.
Where's Pokemon? Undo. Undo.
I'm about to start like saving copies
just for my
for each
backpack.
session.
You said it, and I just saw like 3 dots in the description thing. Where's animal handling?
It's Pokemon. I think it is called Pokemon handling.
Oh yeah, my bad. Okay. Not that great. 10.
It eyes you as you get closer, kind of stands up tall, and then like bows its head forward as if like asking you to pet it.
I'll cautiously pet like the nape of its neck.
Yeah, it kind of coos, and then after a couple seconds, it'll pull its head back and kind of like lean back as it outstretches its foot with the note on it.
Okay, I'll take the note off then.
Yeah. Would you like me to read it out loud or send it to you?
No, you can read it out loud because that's what I planned on doing, was reading it out loud.
It says, "Dear Grayson."
Okay, wait. Does it actually say Dear
says
Grayson?
Dear Grayson
Okay,
on it.
I'm not. No, send it to me. No, that changes the context completely. Right, yeah.
What'd you say?
Jesus.
Let me copy this. Make sure I don't copy too much.
Do you want me to read it out loud? Yeah, you can read it out loud. Dear,
Dear
Grayson.
Grayson.
Excuse me.
It's directed to me.
Damn, I thought it was for me.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
It can only be from, like, it can't be from that many people.
Your brother is dead. No,
No! I don't even remember his name right now.
I also don't remember your brother's name.
I
It's
couldn't-
definitely not from him.
It's
We've been trying to reach you about your extended wagon warranty.
Yeah. Let me find Caleb.
yeah. I'm so sorry, you guys. I did this. Took a twist.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah.
There's a few twists that have happened already. So, Lucky, while he's reading his letter, would you, in a manner, recount to me the events that led up to your meeting us in detail?
How much time do you have? I thought we needed to be somewhere.
It looks like a long letter.
Well, I mean, okay.
Piece of page.
I woke up, I had a piece of toast, and then I probably had some coffee, and then, you always mix those two things together. And then I think I was hanging out with Nacho for a little bit. He was much smaller back then. And my uncle wanted us to go on a fishing trip. So we thought about it for a while, and then he had a piece of toast. And then he doesn't really like coffee. He's more of a tea person. But I think
President knows what's happening, but he's letting it happen on the off chance we get to some nugget of important information.
You'll see Grayson kind of look up, and he'll look at Marsh Tomp, and then look over. And, hey, Marsh Tomp, can you? And Marsh Tomp will look at you, and he'll just squirt a single bead of water into your face.
Thank you.
That's what I'm saying.
So, Kuva, well, first things first. The seer says congratulations.
Oh, thank you. As she tries to take Kavan's word to heart and kind of like stand more proud and more composed, trying to hide her excitement.
Yeah. Well, long story short, we have to go meet them, it seems. We have to walk until we make it through the mountains. We can't stray beyond the space of the cherry groves. This will be your
That's
thing.
not what it says.
What?
The
Oh,
second
do
line.
not stray the space beyond the cherry groves.
There you
I think it's upside down.
This will be your favorite part. You haven't experienced this. Step back in time to the ruins of a people long forgotten.
Oh.
Trust your mind, but not your eyes, and you will find me in a space where time lies.
Do you-
I trust your mind, Presnick.
Do you think, like, in the letter, she, like,
Thank
is
you.
auto-correcting it as you're reading it, and she knows you, like, read something wrong? She's like, no, read that again.
Yeah, absolutely.
She definitely would. If you did misread something, there would be a line that would say,
Yeah.
"Go back and read that."
Yeah, read that again.
Oh, go back.
Read that again. So, well, Kavan, tidings, blessings, but we've got to be off with our Pokemon.
Yes. Your things are in my tent. If you would like to go and gather them. Something actually happened while you were up on the mountain.
I swear to God, if you lost a single little Pokemon ball.
No. Well, and then you see like a spurt of fire shoot out from the tent, as he's like, oh, and he just like, follow me, and he runs back to the tent.
What's the most emotion?
And it's like, no, and you hear like things clamoring and crashing.
A
He's
look
like,
of
"Get down from there."
realization runs across Presnick's face as he is like right behind, as fast as he can run, which is pretty fast apparently.
Did you roll a d20 to see how fast you can run?
Yeah.
Instead of just doubling your move speed as a dash. Yeah. As you all following into the tent?
Yeah.
As you guys follow into the tent, you see Kavan trying to coax a little lava monster off of, like, some stuff that's definitely flammable. And there's a little blue guy with little antennas on the side of his head going and running around.
Yes.
And there's a little rocky bull-like creature curled up on the ground. As he's gonna say, I believe you guys had some eggs. That one hatched out of your bag, pointing at the little bull. And he's like, that one hatched out of your bag. I believe you had the fire one, right?
I did.
Yeah, pointing at the slugma.
God damn it. I was like, this is friggin' Slugma.
Can you nickname him?
And then I believe you had the water one. I think they had just given the water one. You weren't here for that session,
Right,
so I
yeah.
don't really remember. But that one, as he points to the whooper, came out. Came out of your bag. They don't have those devices. None of them worked on them. I couldn't send them back in.
No, it's quite all right. Thank you for watching over them. I know that newborns can be a handful. And I'll kind of like lean down to the Slugma. Hey, little buddy.
Let me whisper in your
As
ear.
like little lava drools out of its mouth.
I know we haven't met yet. Do you like see things when you're in the egg?
And he'll come down off of the top of the thing that Kavan was trying to like coax him off of, and he'll like curl up towards your foot, and you kind of like wince back for a second, but it's cool. It's not burning you. It's not hot. Seems that he can decide what he wants and doesn't want to burn. And Kavan, like seeing this himself, is like, oh. Sorry. Everything in this tent.
I'll kind of like run a hand over his head and like kind of start to pet him.
He like purrs. It's a little unsettling because it's like a slug. It's like bubbly. Yeah, it sounds like bubbling. Like yeah.
It's like petting yogurt.
I think you do remember. How would you like to leave this tent with me?
And he starts like slowly slugging towards the door
Maybe you should hop on.
as it stops and slowly starts
Crawls
slugging
up
back to you.
up my shoulder and sits here like a little parrot. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
one of them ligmas.
I'll,
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a good nickname.
Just gotta name,
that's what I was referencing.
I know.
I'll walk up to the whooper and just kind of reach and hold out a finger, kind of as if like a child would like,
Yeah.
grab a finger.
He's got no arms, so he just goes. Oh.
Yeah. A taste for blood already. You'll fit in well here. And then I'll pull my finger out and I'll go, Marsh Stomp.
You
Show
try
him
to
the
pull your
ropes.
finger out, but he's just like attached.
I put him on my shoulder and I just look down at Marsh Stomp and I go, I'm sorry, bud, but you're too big to sit on my shoulder anymore. But you do have a new subordinate to teach.
Uh-huh.
And then he perks up. He's like, oh.
Fresh meat.
As Joseph, what you see is not something. It's not a traditional Pokemon.
Uh-huh. You guys see.
Oh,
What is
look!
this?
Put your hand behind it, Sam. It'll stop focusing on your eyes. There you go.
You see what is called a pebble.
Pebble. Like a bull pebble.
It's very cute.
Yep, two B's and two L's.
That's cute.
Shout out to our friends at Boarding Party.
Shout out to our friends at Boarding Party who have given me the basis for the Google Sheets that we use and the inspiration for a lot of this campaign. If you want to pass that over to them.
Yeah.
Wait, is this a new Pokemon?
Oh god, it's so cute.
They have created
Yeah.
their own system called Riftkin.
Yeah.
And they have just started their Riftkin campaign, and shortly they'll be released. I say shortly. Eventually they'll be releasing books and monster manuals and all that kind of stuff
This is
for
a
their
custom-
whole
That's
system
so
that they've
custom
created.
Pokemon?
So
This
no
is
more of the days of
tight.
having to homebrew your own
It's a
stuff.
custom mod.
I'm really
TM.
excited
Mon-
to see what inspiration they draw from Pal World and when we might
Legally
expect a
distinct
Pokemon with a gun.
monster.
One of the fun
Already
things, one of the fun things that they've done is they've combined the rock and ground type into one Earth.
That makes
For
sense.
Pokemon purposes, he is going to be rock and ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy's cool.
He's cute. Yeah, I really
He's
like it.
cool.
And when we go to break, I'll add them to your
yeah.
sheets. I couldn't pre-add them because then
yeah.
you would see.
Yeah.
Right.
Didn't want to spoil, but they're fully there, fully made, and ready to rock and roll.
It was really fun to watch you Google that.
I
Because
was
you-
trying to look it up.
Pebble.
And then nothing
Not
came
a
up,
Pokemon.
and then you explained like it's a homebrew. I'm like, oh,
You got an ad for Juicy Pebbles.
I think we've got a nickname.
juicy.
But yeah, as your eggs hatched while you guys were up on the mountain, a little unfortunate that you guys didn't get to see it, but when you spent
No,
3 days
it's cool
traveling,
though. That was a really cool way
We
to
were
unveil
busy.
that.
yeah. Yes, Kavan goes, oh, well, thank you for so easily taming them all. They just would not listen to me for whatever reason.
We've got away with Pokemon.
I'd hope so, especially carrying their eggs around. You are their parents in a sense. Much how we become akin to our partners. We meet them at a very young age and grow alongside them.
Carrying this egg was a long 9 months.
9 whole months.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm happy it hatched. Normally it only takes a week or two for an egg to hatch.
Oh,
You guys have only had it for like a week.
I know.
They said something about time travel. I don't know. It's weird.
I guess that time Well, you best be off to go into the ruins. As Kuva pokes her head in, Kavan, I do need to talk to you about what's coming and our role to play in the future events. As she's holding another letter in the same kind of parchment as you had.
Who is that?
Kuva,
Okay.
presumably directions from the seer on how to proceed.
Well, guess this is here we part, Kuba.
Yes, we will see you again.
Absolutely. It was a wonderful journey we had.
When the time comes, we will be there to fight at your side.
I look
As
forward
she-
to that day.
Gives the greeting.
I look forward to our next friendly battle.
I hope we're on the same side next time.
It'd be a 2-on-2 thing. Like a double battle.
Or maybe fighting God himself.
Oh, well,
If what you say is true and what was shown on the mountain.
well, true enough.
Oh, it was terrifying. Dude, would you like to see it again?
No,
And then I pulled Drowsy out.
Oh,
no. And she kind of like
No.
backs up. She's like, once was enough.
Oh,
Once
okay.
was definitely enough.
I just wanted to make sure.
Someone in chat just said the stream gave me good luck. I just found a shiny Pokemon. What did you get? What shiny?
Congrats,
Yeah,
Devin.
let us know what you got. It was a shiny pebble.
Cool.
And they do, speaking of that real quick, they do also have shinies, and shiny pebble is pretty clean. It's like a forest green.
Like a
I
mossy
kind of like
pebble.
the blue bull. It reminds me of Paul Bunyan.
Both colors are
Oh,
very
Got that
yeah.
blue bull
That's
that
good.
he, yeah.
You know what it reminds me
Babe.
of? Granados.
Oh, yeah. Kind of like a Granados.
Brought it all the way
It's
back.
like a Cranidos with 4 legs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with that,
A shiny.
Yeah, Grayson will start, like, probably in earnest heading off, having the note from the seer and seeing how much that
Nice.
they clearly already knew. Yeah.
which direction y'all headed? Let's see if you guys remember.
Oh, I'm headed west. towards the ruins. East.
No, it was.
I knew it was.
Left or right? Yeah.
No, that would be west.
It's we. The compass
West.
spells we, and you guys are going. If this is the map, you guys are going.
Oh, I thought the ruins were to the west.
You see?
East.
Okay, no,
Ah.
it's these. So you see, after reading the letter again and glancing over it to make sure he got everything right, Grayson will walk to the spot, the Pidgeot land, and immediately take a hard pivot towards the east.
Look at that way.
Yep.
Yeah. You'll notice as you step outside and look to where the Pidgeot was and turn east, you'll actually see the Pidgeot flying ahead of you in that direction.
I'll look over at Presnick and I'll. The note says east, so
Follow that bird.
let's go.
Travel montage.
As we're walking away, if flying Pokemon really exist, why do they always hit the ground when they faint?
That's a great question, Lucky.
I love this also because Haluch is a flying Pokemon.
I don't know. Flying Pokemon. It seems like a myth to me.
And you're just watching.
How does a
walking with Tater
Pokemon?
Tot?
How does a Pokemon fly? Just don't make sense.
No, it does not. So as you guys travel east, are you looking for anything particular? Just following the bird, traveling?
I would imagine Presnick's pretty on task in this moment.
Okay.
He's
Yeah.
not. His eyes are not wandering. I might be like occasionally like playing with Slugma and trying to think of a good name for this walking D's nuts joke.
What, dude?
Yeah. Okay. As you guys get acquainted with your new team members, as you maybe show your existing ones, Mudkip's evolved, Tater Tots evolved.
Yeah.
You guys have tattoos now.
I retrieved Joan, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You all
Hey,
got your
Joan.
stuff back. Yeah. Joan seems quite interested in all the feathers on your arm, and is like, ooh. And is like, almost maybe even like pointing at you and Halucha like, you're the same.
Maybe we'll paint some on my hat together.
Right. Yeah, I will have pulled out Drowsy and Charmander, and I would have shown Charmander that the rain dance doesn't mess with him anymore. I'll have Marsh Tomp start a rain dance, and then my tattoos I'll show him, and they'll start to glow, and he'll go to protect his tail real tight, and I'll be like, no, it's okay.
Yeah,
then
and you'll
the-
see the water actually kind of swirl around him
Yeah.
instead of falling on top of him, as he's almost like not quite like a solid dome of water, but there
Yeah.
is like a swirl of rain around him.
Yeah.
He may even try to like touch it,
Yeah.
but it's always just out of reach.
Yeah. He's more annoyed now that he can't touch it than before.
Yeah. That was a very good Charmander.
That was impressive.
Yeah, so as you guys travel through the barren wastelands that are the craggy mountain landscape, day begins to turn into night, as it was late morning whenever you guys finally made it to the top of the mountain, got your new tattoos and evolved friends, and then headed on your way. It's probably about noon.
Yeah.
So not too long before it begins to turn to nightfall, but just before it does, you realize that the landscape is beginning to give way to more flat land, less craggy cliff sides, and more slowly sloping hills. What little grass you do see is largely dead or yellow. But there is grass, whereas previously there really wasn't much foliage of any kind. You see a little ways off a tree that's just barely hanging to life, where the Pidgeot stops and lands. You guys press onward or stop for the night?
Do I see like an end of like the grass? Like, does the grass like stop further in front of us anywhere that I can see?
So there's not a lot of grass. Like I said, most of it's kind of like sparse, like little dead patches here and there. But you do see ahead some, probably an hour or two's walk, some greenery off in the distance, some signs of life in the direction that you're headed. As the sun is like at the horizon at this point.
So we couldn't make it the hour or two there.
You could. You'd be
Without-
walking through the dark, but you could.
Would we have like a full 8 hours rest though if we did?
Yeah, you can sleep a little bit later into the day if you wanted to.
Okay.
I think time is of the essence. We
think
shouldn't
we
waste it here.
Yeah, I think we should press on. I don't know much about this area, but I have a very decent feeling that might be the cheery grove that the note mentions.
If she can already see the future, then she would know if we would stay somewhere. Then wouldn't it conceivably mean that if we stayed somewhere, she would come to us?
Do we
I don't
have
think
free
so.
will?
You see, you see Grayson.
That's a great question. I think we live in a simulation.
I mean, it seems like it. If someone else can see every decision, is anything deterministic?
I just keep walking.
We're all bits in one large Pokemon
No.
computer.
Huh.
Grayson's like, the world is as it was. The
Yep.
world is not different.
Everything's
My
the
worldview
same.
is not
Nothing
crumbling.
has changed. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
So you guys are pressing onward towards the edge of the greenery,
Yeah.
Yeah.
a couple hours away. Yeah,
Sounds good.
you make it there easily, and you notice as you pass the tree where the Pidgeot stopped that it sees you continuing to walk, and it takes to the air again and flies on a little bit ahead. And as you guys get to the edge of the forest, as you guys get closer, even in the darkness that it is, it's easy to make out that there's a myriad of different trees in this forest. Some pine, some oak, some birch trees, with the white bark, some thin, spindly, some larger trunks. As you guys step forward to the edge of this forest.
Are all the Pokemon professors named after wood?
All of the old ones, yes. The modern ones have started to kind of get away from that, but yeah.
Okay.
Stupid.
Oak, sycamore, birch. Yeah.
Yeah, you just kept talking, and I was like,
Yeah, elm. Yeah.
I think like an episode or two, I name dropped the like dogwood or something like that. It's like a professor I made up.
whoever it is.
Yeah.
There's rowan and juniper too. Yeah, those are some less obscure but more. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Probably once we get to the edge of like the greenery, I'll. All right. We've walked farther enough. I think we should probably set up camp here and continue on in the morning.
That sounds good to me.
Fair enough.
You see the Pidgeot still not landing within the forest, but on the outskirts, in one of the trees as it perches and nestles in for the night.
I'll have Marsh Tomp and Charmander start gathering wood.
While you're
Build a
doing that,
fire.
I'm gonna walk over to the Pidgeot.
Mhm.
Is it safe in here?
Give me a Pokemon handling check.
I'm good at these. I'm good. I'm just trying to manifest. I'm good at these.
Use the red die.
Oh, we also have
Non-nat 20.
Slade.
Oh. It'll.
Good enough for me. Have a great night. Rest up.
It'll. And then it'll tuck her back in. You're lucky it doesn't see you do that. Otherwise you would be rolling with disadvantage to put one handle for this thing in the future.
I go back to the rest of the group and begin to set up camp. Yeah. And help out in whatever way.
Yeah, you guys definitely are able to set up camp. It's dark, so it might take you a little bit longer than normal, but able to do it. Anything else doing before the long rest, or straight into watches?
Nothing important, only thematic.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think
Anybody
so.
taking some watches?
Oh,
Uh,
I'll take first watch.
yeah, I will not take first watch. But before I go to sleep, I would like to just once use my new ability to like channel fire into Zircon and like just see how that works. And yeah, maybe that'll help us start the campfire.
Yeah. As you focus the red stream of light down your arm, you can decide which arm if you want to.
I feel like it would be right arm. Yeah.
Glows ever brighter, and as you hold it and look at Zircon past your hand, you see that light begin to emanate from him as well, through him, and he's able to maintain it and hold it in himself, without any effort.
I'm like focusing and like my arm is maybe even getting a little hot from it. And as I'm like, wow, this is incredible. Slugweb begins to inch down my arm.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah, no.
curls up into a little,
He very much likes the heat.
and we go to sleep while he's all cuddled up. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I could take second watch. I wouldn't mind spending a little bit of time with Joan, and maybe she'll pantomime. Joan the Litwick, by the way, for everyone else. Maybe she'll pantomime some scary stories, and we'll let Nacho rest. He got beat up pretty bad.
Yeah. that one Zen headbutt.
Yeah, I think I'm nervously looking at my new child, trying to figure out like I don't think I'm quite on like the same page right now with it. Because,
It's been sleeping most of this time.
Right.
You picked it up and it was like...
All of my Pokemon, I'd imagine, I've either had since I was a child or I've found as, like, a more matured Pokemon. This is my first time caring for an actual newborn Pokemon. And I don't know if I'm ready to be a dad yet, so I'm still trying to figure all that stuff out. And so I'm just sitting there just nervously, like, rocking him. I'm not sure if I'm doing it right.
The pebble's up on its back.
Yeah, I'm just, like, holding him under his arms, like,
Is this okay? Do you like this?
you good?
Give me a Pokemon handling with disadvantage.
All right, perfect.
I appreciate the self-imposed narking that you're not good at this.
It's an 11 plus 2, 13?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, everything that you described is what you do, but to your surprise, Pebble's not really whether Pebble's just a super heavy sleeper, or you're doing something right, or his tough exterior means that you have to really mess up for him to feel it.
Right.
All these thoughts are going to your head. He's sleeping.
At least I didn't drop him. That's all I was worried about. I don't want to drop the baby.
Joseph, if you're nervous about having a child, maybe you could rely a little on Joan here. She is the oldest of 14 other Litwick children.
Really?
Yes, she knows how well to
14.
take it. Yes.
Wow. Her mother must be tired.
Well, they're kind of incorporeal. They're like ghosts.
She's a ghost.
Ghosts aren't real.
Yeah, you're right.
Joan looks visibly hurt by that. Yeah.
You see Grayson go, let me tell you, you should go to Sinist's Teas. That'll change your mind.
Yeah.
Plot
Okay.
twist, he is a ghost.
Yeah. He's been dead this whole time.
You're just hanging out with a wild hallucination.
We're all just hallucinating, Lucky.
It's a group hallucination.
That's kind of what it's getting to, in my opinion.
You went time traveling. Who's to say you didn't bring anything back with you?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That is fair. So with that, you look confused, Grayson.
Nothing.
Okay, it is your watch, so I need a perception check from you.
I have peaceful music playing,
I need
so
you
nothing
to
bad can
I would like you
happen.
to tell me like what you're trying to pay attention
the
to
law.
while you're long resting.
I don't know why I said that as lucky.
I would probably
wagon.
be listening for anything coming out of what I'm assuming is the Cherry Grove, not Cherry Grove. Yep. I'd be paying attention to the forest and Pidgeot too, if they seem to poke their head up at any given point in time or
Okay.
slay. It is going to be a 16.
I saw that backspace. You took something. Okay, yeah.
Thanks, Chad.
That's the second nat one tonight. You're going over here.
Jail.
You should roll this one.
Huh?
Oh gosh, can you read that one?
Yeah.
It's tiny. So as you're looking around at your surroundings, every now and again checking on Pidgeot, who is sitting.
Well, not very.
Pidgeot
lucky.
is not sitting in the forest, as I had mentioned. It
It's on the
noticed.
outside,
Yeah,
yeah.
It noticed we found a tree not in the forest to rest in. And as you're listening in the forest to hear if anything's coming, with a 16, you do notice that there's oddly not really many, or not any sounds coming from the forest other than the wind rustling through the leaves. Whereas out in towards the Pidgeot, you can see some wild Pokemon roaming around every now and again. None getting close to the fire of your camp. No threats of any kind, but noticeably, you don't hear or see anything in the forest of that nature.
Probably after making an observation like that, Grayson would call out, "Ooh, do I know its name?"
Ooh!
Yeah.
Ooh, wee, Rick!
Did we know Celebi was called Celebi?
I don't remember if you ever got the name.
I don't think we
I don't
did.
think y'all
I think
did.
it was
I think it was
just
always just like the forest
chirping.
spirit or whatever, yeah.
Okay, that's perfect. I'll call out, "Spirit of the forest of time, are you here?"
Gosh, what would be a roll for... Give me a nature check
Not animal handling, hopefully.
at disadvantage.
Fuck you, Sam.
Oh no, he's forcing you to roll the,
Could
the
have been
mean
me.
You can roll the
dice.
same dice twice if you wanted to.
Oh, almost nice.
What is it?
Nature. Take another roll from the chat.
He's considering it.
We're shoring up here.
Yeah, 15.
You don't get anything back. No kind of mental ping. No nothing.
You've been swindled.
Got gaslit. Al.
Hoodwinked.
Okay.
So disadvantage.
go-
I'll peel back the curtain a little bit. Disadvantage was because you've never attempted to make contact with this thing
No,
since you left
absolutely
with
not.
it.
No.
That's
no.
fair.
And then the high DC was because you met it in a completely different forest.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, completely.
So
I know. Well, I thought there was something there.
Yeah.
Go back and just kind of keep listening. I'll notice if any of the wild Pokemon start glowing red eyes, or
no,
Our usual
nothing of the
shenanigans.
such. If you're not like looking too intently at anything else, then your watch passes without any other issues, and it's time to wake up Lucky.
Marshtomp, you actually, Whooper, would you like to do the honors?
More?
He'll jump down and walk up, and he'll get on Lucky's like chest right here, and
Why am I imagining like the Squidward walking sound when Hooper walks?
exactly.
Yeah, that. Yeah. That is exactly how it sounds when it walks.
Did you just have your Pokemon waterboard me?
He has a theme.
Marshall puts like a cloth
Yep.
over his face.
Yeah, Marshtomp's in the
I think it was like session 3. He waterboarded some.
the
bandits.
prisoners or something. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, it was like session 3.
Old news.
Yeah. That's where Mudkip got the name Bloodkip, and so then Curb Stomp just came along naturally,
So you're awoken abruptly to water in your face.
Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, Lucky.
Hey.
I'm tired. It's time to go to sleep. Also,
Hello, tired. It's time to go to sleep. I'm Lucky.
oh, President, I wish you were awake right now. So nothing really crazy happened on my watch. None of the Pokemon glowing red eyes, nothing evil. Pidgeot didn't make too many peeps. Called out to the spirit of the forest at one point. Didn't work. Feel free to try. Maybe you're lucky. And then I'll don't even have to say anything. Drowsy knows he's like over talking at this point, and he just throw and puts his hand, and you just Grayson crumbles just.
Into a heap on the floor. As Marshtomp and Drowsy start pulling you into a more comfortable position.
Should he be in a... I'm like motioning to Drowsy. Should he be in a tent?
Drowsy just throw.
As they drag him to a tent.
Like feet first.
His shirt rolls up.
I mean, don't think about it.
you are not one to judge.
I gotta tell my scary stories with Joan, and
Yeah.
oddly, like, look around.
Yeah.
Scary
Anything
stories
particular
with
that you're
Joan.
looking at, or
The next DLC show.
before I have you make your perception check to see what you may or may not be privy to?
No, not particularly.
Okay, then give me a perception check. I will decide
Yes, sir.
what you're looking at.
3.
You don't get much, and even what Grayson got about the forest being quiet, you likely would notice that as you're palling around with your friends. Largely uneventful. You seem pretty unconcerned with the surrounding world, more about your stories and your performance, and just living your best life with your Pokemon.
It's hard to tell a horror story through charades.
It takes a lot of focus to try to teach Joan with little wax hands how to.
We manage.
Yep. And with that, I mean, unless you're doing anything else, your watch passes fairly uneventful as well,
Sounds good.
to your knowledge at least. And with that, everyone, I mean, you rolled a 3. Everyone wakes up. Before we find out how much of their stuff got stolen, we're gonna go to break.
Yeah. Can we hit the long rest button?
You can hit the long rest button. When we come back, you guys will all be long rested.
We'll be back in about 10 minutes, guys. Don't go nowhere. And in fact, if you do go somewhere, go say hi to our friends over at Tabletop Beard. It is their anniversary after all.
Get that
Happy
BOGO.
anniversary, and we'll see you guys back in about 10. Bye.
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 Long rest button.
My long rest button still doesn't work.
Oh, terribly sorry. I didn't know anyone would be here while the stream was running. Give me a moment to tidy up. It's much better. Well, while you're here, we might as well take a moment to thank all of our members for supporting the channel and bringing this stream to life. A huge thanks to Tides of Mo, Brett Venable, Tabletop Beard, Grim Reaper, Atmos Seeker, Justinian of Darkport, Angel Jobert, Will Plays Games, Corey of Darkport, Angel of Darkport, Dravian, Anthony Pace, Drazadi, Memebot 69,000, Leodus Kyron, One-Eyed Goat 90, Player Lord, Daniel J. Colby, Charlie Gardner, Midori Peter, Lazy as F, JJ Terra JJ, Christopher Love, Kokung Win, Kendall, Everett McMahon, Moon Goose McQueen, Leo Dos Res, Muddy, Daniels Jr., Jared, Wild Song, I Like Succubus, Justin Channels, Mark Forgius, Rudes, Keegan Preja, Craig Curtis Ellis, Maximus Decimus Meridius, Victor Tedesco, Gilbert Acevedo, Itsy Bitsy Spider, Liminal Entity, Max Smith, Jason 96, Eric K, Alejandro Pena, Whiskey Papa, Juan Alva, Lucky Boy, Come and Get It Gaming, David J. Jr., GFPELZ, ML, Tootin 103, Michael Crow, Lil Tired, Ian McCart, Victor Daniel Gomez, Aaron B, Ninja King 365, Chewy, Ivan Otero, Professor Fable, Patrick Dolman, Lynx, and Debs. You know, members get tons of unique benefits as well, like these weekly shoutouts and emojis that they can use in the stream chat, and a heaping helping of chaos points that can be used to, well, perhaps it's better to show you.
The most exciting feature for our live streams has come to YouTube. You can now roll dice live to help us in our adventures by using chaos that's built up by watching and interacting with the stream. All you need to do is keep an eye out for earning instructions that appear on our stream, and then spend those points by typing in the commands that correspond to the dice you'd like to roll. This feature is always available, no matter what campaign we're playing in, so be sure to hop in and help out our players because, well, they're gonna need it. Greetings to all my bearded brothers out there. I'm Alex, also known as Constructed Chaos on YouTube, and I'm here today to tell you a little bit about my friends over at Tabletop Beard. This family-owned beard oil company is run by three brothers that have combined two great loves of mine: tabletop RPGs and beard care. And it makes a lot of sense because, as I'm sure many of you know, growing and maintaining a healthy beard can be an adventure all its own. I started my quest back before I was even on YouTube, and I guess you could say I was stuck at level 1 for a while, constantly itching my way through life with a wild and unkempt beard and just trusting hairspray and regular shampoo to get the job done. Believe me, I was rolling nat 1s on just about every charisma check I made at that point. But eventually I started trying various beard care products like oils, butters, and balms, and I found some that worked well enough, but none of them really tied into my backstory. Not to mention my wife was constantly complaining about the smell. Then I was put on to the products from Tabletop Beard, and let me tell you, it was a match made in heaven. Or hell, depending on what kind of flavor you prefer. These guys use a premium oil blend of meadow foam seed, rosehip, golden jojoba, argan, avocado, and sunflower oils to create the most high-quality product that contains no cheap filler or artificial oils that you typically want to steer clear of. And each scent has been expertly crafted and matched to a familiar TTRPG style, so you know exactly the kinds of vibes you're putting out without the scents being too mundane or too overpowering. To top it off, all their products, oils, butters, and balms are made in small batches, so the quality control is top-notch, and so is the customer service. They're always looking for new ways to meet and exceed customer needs, and I've even heard that they have some new ideas cooking up behind the scenes. So consider this your session 0 and take some time to check out Tabletop Beard today. Truly, they're the only starting equipment that you need for your own successful beard care journey. Bear Dritz here, letting you in on a little-known ranger secret that'll keep you satiated in the wild, even when you have no rations left. Ew, not that. I'm talking about subscribing to the channel and hitting that bell icon. It's easy to miss the signs of a stream going live if you're not prepared. So make sure to do that and... What was that? Hold it right there, adventurer. We're looking for some deviants that refuse to like this video while they're still watching. You wouldn't happen to know anything about this heinous crime, would you? Well then, as you were, but stay out of trouble.
In a world of darkness exists Geramentum, a beacon of hope in the realm of Terra. Our heroes, all with unique pasts, live here and are connected by a common destiny to protect the dream. Welcome to Darkport, an actual play production company. Our inaugural dark fantasy D&D campaign, Gold, Green, and Red, is inspired by the lived experience of War Medic and GM Angel Gamble. Subscribe to us now on YouTube. Live episodes stream every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central.
It appeared out of thin air when they found it, as if by the will of the plains themselves. A curious and mysterious bauble that has turned up time and time again throughout the ages. Some have studied it all their lives, hoping to unravel its uniquely fascinating magical properties. Many more have used its power for their own, though all falling victim to fate in the end. Now, it calls to you. by chance, by destiny, by desire, it matters not. It calls to you, and it calls to be cast from your palm, so that it might deliver unto you the unknown wonders held within.
How much longer are they going to... excuse me. Are they still not back? Wait there just a moment. I'll fetch them for you. The little chaos gremlins. You have people waiting, you know!
Hi! Welcome back, friends.
So you guys, right? So you're losing half of your stuff. You're
Right.
No. No, you all wake up and everybody
It
still
was
has
Slugma all along.
Everybody still has everything. Yeah, Slugma might be chewing on something. In your,
everything.
He's like 20 feet away, slowly running off.
I did also. I don't remember who was in the room while we were on break because some of you guys went to the bathroom and whatnot. But worth noting, you guys
call
have
us
not
out.
captured your newly hatched Pokemon yet.
Right.
They will listen to you and kind of follow you, but minimally, as far
Hey,
as like
Slugma,
combat
come over
and
here.
stuff goes. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Slugma.
You want to share with everyone what you named Slugma?
Nurgle.
Nurgle.
Nurgle! Nurgle the
Those of you who watched the
Slugma.
main campaign, you know.
Does the Slugma always lie too?
No, that's Nergath. Nurgle is what you kept thinking his name was.
Yes. Listen, nothing will get better than the Maklava Baklava situation.
Okay.
Malakva Baklava situation.
Okay, so as you guys
got it right the first time.
as you guys wake up, you will see that the Pidgeot is not in its roost anymore. Somebody wasn't paying attention during their watch.
Couldn't have been me.
Grayson notices and goes, "Lucky, where'd the Pidgeot go?
I flew off. They do that, even though I don't think they should. But
Where
they
did
do it?
Where? Okay, what did it fly in a certain direction?
Mm-hmm.
Which one?
I don't know.
One of them.
They flew in one of them.
Oh, okay. That's odd. I didn't expect it to leave us.
I have an idea.
You go,
Lucky, if you were a bird, let's say a Pidgeot, which direction would you have gone?
That's a great question.
not.
Nacho, you are oddly bird-shaped. Tell us what direction we should go.
What direction would Nacho tell you to go?
You want me to roll for it?
It's up to you. However you want to decide. Nacho's your Pokemon.
Roll a d4
Hey, if I
and pick
roll and
one
get a
of
number, can you convert it into a cardinal direction?
What do you do?
So you
Roll a
say
D4.
one is north.
Yeah.
and-
North, south, east, west. Yeah.
1.
Uh-huh.
So north.
We're going north.
Does Presnick remember what direction we were walking when we arrived here?
Oh, definitely east.
East. We definitely need to go east.
I think you're almost there. We were walking this direction. Incredible instincts, Halucha. Nacho.
Halucha's very proud. He looks back and he's like, well, Lucky. Well, let's go that way then.
Okay. Do we have a marching order?
I'll go first today.
Okay.
I'm feeling confident.
Then I need a survival check.
Okay.
You should have this.
18.
Okay.
Okay. He wasn't expecting
I
it
was not
from the
expecting it.
scientist.
I was not expecting it from the scientist.
Maybe I'm an environmental scientist.
You've survived this far.
So as you remember which way you're supposed to go, and adamant to not let Nacho or Lucky lead, as they definitely were pointing in the wrong direction. You step out ahead and begin looking for signs of where exactly you need to go. With your 18, you notice all the trees that I had mentioned before, especially now that it's daylight. You see some birch trees, some elm, oak, pretty much any kind of tree you can fathom in your head. You see out and about, various different bark colors.
You can tell that's a birch tree because of the way that it is.
How neat is that?
Oh.
because of the white trunk.
Have you ever met Professor Birch?
I have not.
I've heard they're a lovely individual.
You do notice on the ground some petals that don't quite belong to any of the trees that you see, though. Some pink petals. And as you ponder this and look up towards the trees, scanning for any pink trees, you do catch a glimpse of Pidgeot flying a little bit southeastwardly. Still mostly east, but a little bit more to the south than you are currently.
Nacho would probably tell you this, but just in case
He can't
he's
talk.
well, he can speak in uncertain terms.
Oh, yeah.
In case he may have missed it, I believe we should start heading a bit more southeast now. It looks like the bird is headed that way.
Okay.
I start to veer off that direction.
Do I notice the petals?
Do you point them out? Do you want
Yeah,
to
I would also point him out. Pretty pink petals.
I'll probably pick them up. Just toss them in the wind.
Okay. And fall back to the ground.
They don't float in a certain direction or anything. Sick.
I eat one. I don't.
They do. I will say so. So give me a investigation check with advantage because you were looking specifically at these petals. You were enthralled. I will reward your curiosity.
You need to stop rolling that dice.
Well,
that's not that much better.
I think they need more dice, chat. Grayson's about to single-handedly run through all of them.
Honestly, that's okay. I'm not trying to make you feel bad. Do your thing, man.
Yeah.
You said, what was it, investigation?
Yeah.
13.
So as you throw them up,
It's the backspaces for me. It gets me every time.
as you throw them up and they kind of fall back to the ground and you look, you do notice that there aren't really any petals straight east, northeast, any direction other than really southeastwardly. So you gather that
We're going in the right direction.
yeah, if you wanted to follow the petals, that's the same direction that the Pidgeot's going.
Yep. I would follow the petals, not the Pidgeot.
Okay.
Yep.
Fair enough. You walk just slightly
Grim got us a 19. Thank you, Grim.
Woo! Thanks, Grim. I will use that in the next 10 minutes, guaranteed.
Also, do want to say on the break, I saw Grim say that Slugma was Gary, and
Gary was.
and I really wanted to make that what Slugma sounded like, but I didn't want to. But yeah. So you guys follow the path. Grayson, the petals, Presnick, and others. The bird. Okay.
Continuing on.
Just keep
I appreciate you, like on the side. I appreciate you being so helpful with Nacho's direction problems.
Nacho doesn't have any direction problems. He's led us on this path himself. He's done very well.
Thank you.
Just a little nudge in a direction that was not the one he picked. That's all.
Maybe you two could practice in the mornings.
Practice your directions.
Practice your directions.
Is this something he usually has problems with?
He doesn't really have a problem. No, he just always seems to point north for some reason.
Can he see out of? Can he see in both directions like this, or do his eyes work forward?
Well, hold on. Well, he kind of sees that way.
Maybe that's why he's like sort of splitting the difference. And when he's looking one direction, he actually is looking that way. That's why he was facing north when we were supposed to go east.
That's a good idea.
It makes all the sense in the world. Really,
I
it
think
does.
he was part hoot hoot. He's probably always facing that way. Even when he's walking south?
You see from like you see from like
You see him.
you hear from like a dozen feet across the way. Or maybe he just sees motion.
Oh, no, you're walking like 2 feet away from him.
Yeah.
When Nacho was a baby, was he pushed in the soft spot or anything?
No, but he was very violent when he was young. We had to keep him away from the other Pokemon, and then when he grew up, we got him more social.
Interesting.
He like kicks at a tree.
When you can punch as hard as like sound moves, you don't want that around a baby.
That's a great point. That is a really great point. And I'll just take the pebble. And I'll just start like burping him.
He is noticeably awake. He's yawning, kind of looking around.
He burps up like a little rock.
Give me one more Pokemon handling check. Straight roll.
Okay. That's a 7 plus. Pokemon handling. That's a 9.
Yeah, you don't really glean too much other than he's alive. And I think coughing up rocks is normal for a
He's there.
earth
Don't
rock
drop
ground
the
Pokemon.
baby.
Yeah.
Just don't drop the baby.
Don't drop the baby. Don't drop the baby.
That's all. I'm just. It's my mantra.
As you guys are walking through the forest, you notice, even though Grayson is adamantly following the pedals and you guys are following the Pidgeot, it is leading you in the same direction. And as you continue to walk, these pedals become more and more prevalent, condensed, whatever the word is. I'm blanking on a descriptor for it, but there's more of them as you guys are walking along until the path is almost completely covered in them. And you look up, and there are cherry blossoms lining the road. That's why I was laughing when you misread it. I'm like, because that is the hint. That was the clue, and your brain auto-solved it.
Yeah, absolutely. Whenever you were like, reread it, and I was like,
cherry. And I'm like, no.
cherry grove.
These must be the cherry trees.
Yeah.
Look, these probably are called cherry trees.
They make me happy.
This is from the cherry grove.
As there's like a path, like a grove of trees lining the path that you're on, and these pink petals are all across the ground. As the wind blows, they blow across the screen.
Oh, it's coming full circle.
And they don't stutter.
Wait, across the screen.
Yeah,
Like
and
the
then
fourth
you
wall?
see like a little fuzz as you blink. And
A simulation. Shadow government. Oh, he's gonna get one in.
It's all coming together.
As soon as Grayson sees like the line of the cherry trees, and the cherry petals that are just flittering around,
They make me cherry.
He'll give in's not the right word. I'll just start following the path, assuming that we're probably going to meet up with the forest guardian at some point.
okay, are you looking off like to the side at all? Or are you just like singularly focused straight ahead?
No, I'd probably be walking straight ahead unless like the trees just stop all of a sudden for some reason. Then I wouldn't go.
For pretty much as far as you can see, the trees are straight ahead. You can't quite see where they end yet. I mean, it's probably about noon.
Yep.
And you still can't quite see the end of
I
where
would
they go yet.
Just keep walking in this pink landscape, looking for a dot of green flashing around.
I mean, so that's why I was at. If you see beyond the cherry grove trees, those other trees still do exist past them. So there is some greenery and other.
Yeah, I guess I wouldn't necessarily be like looking in my peripheral per se. I would be like
looking for it in the path. Okay.
Yeah.
What about the rest of you guys?
I'm just kind of eyes ahead, just moving along.
Fair enough.
I imagine that like Nurgle is riding on my shoulder and trying to catch some of the flower petals, but missing because he's a little slow. And so I just grab one and like give it to him, and it like burns up in his mouth as he
exact. That is exactly how that works.
But yeah, I think I'm actually kind of taking in a bit of the pristine beauty and like looking around. There's a clear path laid out before us, so I'm not so stoically only looking in that direction.
Fair.
I would like Lucky to cheerily whistle as we walk along, but he's whistling the Lavender Town theme.
Oh God!
I literally pulled that up before stream earlier.
We were vibing to some
love
Pokemon
that.
music
I
before
love that
stream.
song.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a perception check. And you as well, Grayson.
I need to borrow this. I'm sorry.
Since you're looking for the...
I put them in there so that you would have better dice rolls, but maybe you don't want it because I just rolled a nat 1. I'm not going to take anything.
You sure?
Yeah.
What is it total with a plus of
or
minus?
Oh no! You take something.
Can we help at all?
But I gotta get another.
Are you
dirty
also looking
D20.
off around the sides and whatnot, kind of taking in the scenery?
Mine's
or?
a 3 total.
Not really, but is there any way I could be like, you got this?
I'm like
Unfortunately-
solely focusing on not dropping the baby.
My nat 1 is a 3 total. I'm not sure what Grayson's nat 1 is.
Grayson's is a 14, actually.
Oh wow, so crazy.
I tried.
So with your nat 1, you're taking in the sights, and nothing really seems quite out of place. It's
Yep.
pleasant as you kind of like glance around and look. You do notably, even with a 3, notice that there are no Pokemon here. None whatsoever. Aside from the Pidgeot that is flying up ahead, there are absolutely 0 in this forest. What would you roll again, Grayson?
Nat 20.
14?
A 14.
With a 14, as you are focused straight ahead, just mind focused on the spirit of the forest, or the forest spirit, whatever your heart content wants to call it. You do eventually see some kind of structure up ahead. As the clearing begins to clear even further, it opens up into a courtyard with this lavish, pristine-looking castle in front of you.
Wait, okay.
They
Does the grove stop at the castle?
Yes, the forest is breaking into this courtyard of this large castle. Or I should say that just to the outside of the courtyard. You're not in it yet, but it's opening up to the walls of it.
like a full-on castle.
Yeah, big stonework, lavish, ornate filigree ordains the outside. There's even some plants and gardening, it looks like. Some flowers around the outside of the castle.
Do you think squatters' rights exist in Pokemon?
Well, we can find out.
You'll see Grayson hesitate at the edge. And then he'll just close his eyes and probably let his mind wander a bit.
Anything you're focusing on in particular?
I think mainly our interaction with the Forest Guardian the last time we were there. And now knowing that weird interim where we traveled in time was us traveling in time and not just like a dizzy effect kind of a thing.
Right.
I would like to see if I feel that effect again as I step forward.
Yeah.
And just to let you know, I have Marshtomp walking by me and Drowsy, and then Wooper still on my shoulder.
I'm going to be frank. I'm debating whether or not to ask everybody to leave, or if this is something that I can just say in front of everyone.
We can leave.
No, I think this is fine to say in front of everyone, if you're okay with it.
Yeah.
If you don't want to keep what you're about to
Dear
see a
Grayson.
secret.
No, I'm just
I told Alex on break, and I'll tell everyone here as well.
It was so
The seer
funny.
can see the future. Whoever walked up,
Right,
the seer knew who it was going to be.
Right.
But yeah. So if you're okay with it, I'll.
Yeah.
Okay. So you close your eyes. You focus on your time traveling with the forest spirit, the protector, the being known by many names who travels through time. And as that word time kind of rings out in your mind, you see a shadow, or you're picturing the castle in your mind as it recreates itself exactly how it would be if your eyes are open. And you see a shadow begin to stretch across the ground quite fast. As you look up, you, in your mind, in this vision, you see the sun moving fast. And then you see the moon, and the sun, and the moon, and the sun, and the moon, as it just starts spinning faster and faster, as the shadows start sweeping across the ground. Grass begins to grow, the plants outside of the castle that were so well manicured begin to grow unkempt. Rocks and pieces of the wall begin to fall and become overgrown as it becomes ruins. Over time, decades, centuries even, as it stops. Same time of day as it would be if your eyes were open, but everything is ruined. It looks ancient. You don't know how many years have passed, but you gather that no one has lived here in any kind of memory. Maybe not even the gods know who used to live in this place with how disheveled and torn down it is.
Is there a fire type gym leader nearby?
whenever I
It's free real estate.
whenever I open my eyes, is that still there, or
That
is
is
it?
what you see
Okay.
when you open your eyes.
I glance around. Nobody. Whooper on my shoulder.
You see, yeah, your Pokemon are there, and you do see your friends walking up. You all still see the pristine castle.
Right.
I'll turn around and I'll look at Presnick and I'll. Presnick, I think we're time traveling again.
Before you turn around, you do feel something like on your shoulder, almost like a small hand.
Mhm.
And as you turn, you do kind of catch the scent of like fresh flowers. Not something that you smelled when you were walking through the grove, but something that reminds you of your
Yeah.
friend back in Iki.
Okay. I'll say that to Presnick, and then
As your words come to rest, Presnick sort of eyes you confused, and then does he feel feverish?
No?
and I'll. Why did
And
you?
you
Just
as you reach out to touch him, your hand actually passes through his forehead, though.
No.
Go Star Rio!
And,
what
and
are you?
thought
Yes,
ghosts-
of course. I told
to
you.
you all, Grayson looks almost semi-transparent, but Grayson, as the hand approaches you and passes through, you notice that they all look semi-transparent.
I'll just look to Lucky and just ask, like, I thought you said ghosts weren't real.
Grayson,
Sorry to break this to you.
Oh, God.
what are you doing that for?
Stop that. Whatever it is you're doing, stop it.
We just got powers from a god. I don't know what he can do now.
He's just Danny
I just
Phantom.
assume that this is something you can do.
Becoming corporal now. I'm just like.
Yep, going ghost.
Danny Phantom.
I'll kind of. What are you all talk? You have to see with your mind and not your eyes.
The eyes are what tell the mind to see.
I'm with President on this one.
We.
An unusual team up
You see
here.
Grayson kind of steals himself for a moment, and he turns around, smelling the flowers, Grace's nose, facing the ruins, and he'll just say, "We were just bestowed gifts by Pokemon called gods. Think with your mind," and I'll start walking into the ruins.
I'll let Zircon out if he's not already, and just sort of place a hand on the backside of him as he like looks forward. There's something we're not seeing here, but if you could help us to see it, that'd be great.
Do Drowsy and Marshtomp and Whooper look transparent to me? Yeah.
They would look transparent to them,
It's like,
not to you.
got it.
What about Joan? Does Joan look transparent to me?
Does Joan normally look transparent to you?
That's a great question.
The flame part, yeah.
Would her opacity just like go down?
Yeah.
I guess Lucky will try to focus.
And Kayla, you did send the letter to all of them, right?
Yes, I sent it in
So
the
you
group.
guys know what the letter says. It's in the group chat.
I definitely do.
Yeah, I don't think I said that earlier. That's my
Group
bad.
chat?
I forget you also put your stuff on it.
I'm the DM. I don't gotta let you know that I'm not in character. Yes, in the group
What
chat.
the heck's a group chat?
So as you place your hand on Zircon, give me a nature check from Zircon.
Okay.
Also, what type did you choose this morning when you woke up?
Oh, that's a good point. Let's say. I don't think I would have chosen dark or ghost. Let me think on it.
Okay, yeah. I was just curious.
Maybe ice.
Okay.
Feel like that's a type we don't have.
And he was a fairy.
That's pretty high for nature. That's a non-nat 20.
Yeah, so as Zircon reaches out, you see within him this purple, like, draconic energy, as well as, like, this gray steel energy begin to swirl within him as he looks to you and closes his eyes.
I close mine.
Yeah. And you see the same vision of first the ruins look the same as they manifest within your mind, and then slowly the shadow sweeps across. You look to the sky, and the sun and moon begin chasing each other for what feels like centuries until the building is left in ruins.
Grayson, I did it! You should have just told me to close my eyes. That would have been much easier.
Can we hear them?
Yeah, you guys are all you're likely standing next to Preston.
Okay, so they're
That's
both,
essentially what I
they're
said,
both
Grace
transparent right
Yes.
now, and I'm just looking at them like, what the hell is going on?
And you
here?
saw, Grayson was likely too far ahead, being singularly focused
Yeah.
with everything. Presnick, you saw him like, almost kind of like, it almost looked like he was fast forward.
Yeah.
He was standing and just breathing, but it was like
Uh-huh.
breathing heavy and just like shifting every now and again and like rubbing his nose, you
Lucky
know,
I'm
like a time
scared.
lapse.
The researcher in me just got a wonderful idea, and I'm going to rush back to the two of you. And Joseph, I'm going to look at you. Okay, so you see something different if you close your eyes for a prolonged period of time. But I'm curious, can you try like blinking really fast, like a bunch of times?
I don't know if I want to jump into all that right
Well,
now.
this is where we have to go. It's obvious that this is what we need to do.
I have a child. Is this safe for children? Is this safe for
As
a
you look-
newborn?
His eyes has been closed. He's transparent.
I just got this thing.
My boy!
My boy. My beautiful baby boy. well, here goes
He's been, for what it's worth, he's been transparent for a while. That Pokemon handling check was
I
to
just
see if you
wasn't
noticed that.
watching him.
Yeah.
Okay, no, number 2, don't take your eyes off the child. Wait, so what do you want me to do?
Just instead of closing your eyes for a prolonged period of time, blink a bunch of times really fast. I want to see if maybe you just like ease into it, or if it's something that needs to be triggered. I'm just curious.
All right, sure.
This
So I'll just
new
start
science for me.
blinking I'll start off slow and just kind of see if I can like ease myself into it.
Every time you open your eyes and reclose them, it restarts.
Well, now I just feel sick.
Okay, you can close them all the way. That answers all the questions that I have, except for most of them. Perhaps if you would just close one eye and maybe cover the other with a hand.
You hear Grayson. President, we don't have time for this. Karuj is waiting for
I'm
us.
sorry. I'm just very curious. I've never been exposed to anything
I would
like
like all
this.
my Pokemon to also do it with me.
Nothing happens.
I think I took a snapshot.
Of like,
You're still. You haven't seen the vision, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
did you see the castle fall to ruin and everything? Days and Millennium Pass.
I mean, are you talking in general or like right now?
I have an even better idea. Why don't you close your eyes for an extended period of time so you experience the same thing that we all saw, and then I'll have another question for you.
Okay. And then I will aggressively close my eyes.
It happens exactly the same as it has for everyone else, and when you open them, you have a little bit of a headache.
Okay, now, Lucky,
medicine.
have you seen something like that before?
That's a great question.
Oh.
Do you have an answer?
Oh.
I would like to make a history
That's a
check.
good question.
I know!
Yeah, go ahead.
Science has its merits.
No. I see where you're going. Okay.
So
Justin, thank you for the 5 gifties.
What you putting down?
the same thing had happened to me. I passed through
Thank you, man.
the barrier as well, right?
You see your Discord? I also have a history question for you.
I had a feeling like this, but it didn't look like this.
And that was when you left your tribe.
Oh, no, I just mean in general.
Oh.
Every now and then you just close your eyes and you feel this.
As you do. He's
Like-
right. He's right.
Like
though.
when you go to sleep.
Not every night. You know, if you're caffeinated, you don't dream.
You know, I don't know who's truly more fascinating than. I don't know if it's him or Kinji, truly.
Oh, Kinji's vastly more fascinating than anyone I've
I know a
met.
Kenji.
No,
Did you really?
Just one.
So did we, just one. A sea explorer, a sea captain?
Oh, no.
Oh, well then.
That would be really weird. What are the odds of meeting 2 Kenjis that are both sea captains? I just meant I knew a Kenji.
Grace and I have been wrong before, but I have never been so wrong. We have no time, we should press on.
What I love most about this, and I can say this now because I just had to ask Brad a question, was how much you guys think I planned this? And I'm like, I don't know. And so far, you haven't said anything that really has any major implications, but then when you made a history check, I'm like, I don't know what to tell you because I don't know what you're checking right now.
so that's what my brain is fighting against right now. He keeps talking, and I glance over at you, and you're just like, and I'm like, is this canon right now?
Yeah, this is how it works.
Sideboarding has happened.
Look,
We're riffing right now, man.
we're at a castle, but I don't see any cannons.
No, I don't either.
There wouldn't be. I mean, notably, there would not be any cannons.
I do have a headache, though. That doesn't happen every time.
No, definitely. And I don't
Fair
know
enough.
whether it's due to lack of oxygen or
Yeah. Do you have
ignorance.
a Tylenol?
I don't.
I do.
Damn.
Drowsy. Puts you to sleep.
Knocks him out.
Get him.
Start dragging him.
So
Oh,
we've all
goodness.
passed through at this
all
point.
you all now see the
Okay.
ruins, and now quite easily. Not that it really became an issue before you guys time
Right.
traveled, because Grayson so quickly figured it out. But you can now step over the wall where it's crumbled
Okay.
and low to the ground. There's not there are entrances that are easily accessible
Gotcha.
one way or another to get.
I'd like to
within
first
the
just
castle walls.
make sure that my child is corporeal.
He is.
Okay.
He is.
Just like pulling on his cheek, like patting his head.
Just think about how old he is now.
I don't know. They grow up so fast.
Yeah, and he's wide awake and looking around at everything. He's like, I just saw time.
Do that.
That's hard on a child.
This is not how it is every day.
He's like, aw.
That was fun.
Yeah.
He's existed for like 3 days and he time traveled.
He now expects that to happen every 3 days.
Baby's first time travel.
Oh, that's a third of his life is time travel.
You might even see him like,
Just randomly. Oh my god, no, he's traumatized.
Your Pokemon now has permanent disadvantage on perception checks.
because every time he sees something, he's like, nope, still there.
Oh,
Nope,
no.
still there.
Does it get older?
He's broken.
So yeah, do you guys make your way into the castle walls?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Sure.
as you guys step into the courtyard, you see remnants of what you could imagine might have been stalls, homes. It's hard to tell when they're in this disrepair what used to exist here. But there is one building, the main castle itself, that is still mostly intact, held up better to the elements. You gather that the castle walls have served to protect it longer than it would have normally survived, and the fact that it is also made of stone, unlike some of the other structures that have wooden beams exposed and just dirt floors.
Dilapidated.
Yeah, it doesn't hold up well to the elements in the passage of time as stone does.
As we break past this barrier, this threshold, I'll look to the rest of the team. I do think Zircon is picking up on some potentially draconic and steel type energies.
That is subsided. It's not in him anymore. He did have it, but it is not there anymore. Notably.
Something to keep an eye out for. If it would not surprise me to find out that the Sia is somehow a Pokemon. Or perhaps this is their partner Pokemon.
Wait, you didn't meet this person before?
No.
Yes.
Yes, we did.
We did?
Did not have
One
a
time.
conversation, but they attacked you in session 1.
One time, the smoke bandit.
Oh, this is the same person.
Yeah.
I knew this because y'all told me.
I remember now. Sorry.
Just traveling through time is rough on Presnick sometimes.
Well, I mean,
Yesterday feels like tomorrow. Today feels like never.
yeah. And tomorrow feels like green.
Exactly. You get me.
Yeah, I smelled a candle today and it smelled like blue.
Yeah.
Truly, I cannot wait to meet Kinji again. And
They get along great.
Carouge,
Mm-hmm.
I'll start calling out for them.
Okay. Don't get any response. You do hear your voice echoing off of some of the stone walls. There's not much in here for it to break the silence. So
There's not like a clock tower anywhere, is there?
there might be
Is the moon getting closer?
no.
Mm.
Looking to see if it survived the time. Didn't. You gather that there might have been at one point, but not anymore.
Yeah, I think I would keep moving further into the castle.
Hearing them say Carouge maybe a couple of times, I'll look to the skies. Carouge! Carouge! Carouge is on fire!
I like that. Also, I'd like to go, Mario!
Anyone else calling anything out, or?
That's all we got.
Okay.
Sunshine.
No, that's Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when he walks in, yeah. So, do you guys continue towards the castle? What do you?
Definitely towards the castle is where
Castle.
I'm headed.
Because you're in the courtyard now. You're within the castle walls, but not in the castle proper, like
I see.
where the king and queen might live, if you know. Grayson's thinking. I just didn't know if you. Question?
Could I make any? I'd like to know, what do these stones look like? Are they made out of anything other than regular stones, or is there some woodwork in the castle?
Give me a nature or a survival check. I will let you pick.
Ooh,
And tell me which.
thank you.
Grayson's gonna close his eyes and probably like touch Drowsy, hold his arm, or just kind of rub his head. And I'll call out and say, "We're here. Where are you?" But I'm keeping my eyes closed, trying to focus on, like, not like a telepathic communication necessarily, but more of like do I need to keep my eyes closed and allow my mind to guide us where we're supposed to go? Or is it okay that our eyes are open now? Or is there, like, further...
Have Drowsy make an investigation check.
I got a 14.
And survival nature?
Nature.
And you're looking to see what everything's like, basically what the structures are made out of.
Pretty much.
Definitely pretty common stones. You might not have seen this type of stone before. They're brown. You were just walking through a large brown landscape, though, so you gather that it came from the area that you are within. There is very few wooden structures still around. Most of them have completely rotted away, but you do see some remnants of a beam. Maybe there's a place where, like, grass has begun to grow over an oddly square-shaped thing on the ground that might have been a beam that existed. Some doors that are completely off their hinges just fall into the floor, that if you were to walk up and try to touch them or handle them in any way, they just kind of crumble in your hands. But
to shreds.
They seem to be of various different wood species. You gather the forest that has all of the trees that you could imagine help supply some of the...
Professor Rotten.
I was thinking, like, you know, if these were once cheery trees, this castle isn't very cheery.
Oh, it is not, Lucky.
And what did Drowsy get?
Okay.
18.
It said rotten and that popped in my head and I was like, why?
That's not what I was referring to.
You hear back, "You must seek me out. I have given you all of the instructions you need."
Not that just being
Okay.
difficult.
I'll keep, like, holding hands with Drowsy, and then I'm assuming Marsh Tom's holding his other hand.
Your eyes still closed?
Yeah, I'm walking with my eyes closed, wherever that may lead me.
Roll me a d6.
Jesus fuck.
I haven't been in many creepy castles, but if I had a
Are your Pokemon's eyes closed too?
I don't think I would have told them no. Drowsy's might be, because we're, like, kind of...
Yeah. So as you're walking along, you feel this astral presence. You are deeply connected with Drowsy, and you feel yourself reaching out with your mind, and then all of a sudden you feel like a wet hand on your chest. And as you open your eyes, you are face to face with a wall. You're about to just walk right into it.
Is it an old wall or a new wall?
The wall to the castle. I would gather whatever direction you were facing when you closed your eyes and started walking forward.
But I didn't go back to.
No,
where we
you're not
were.
outside. So, to paint the picture better, I'm sorry. The walls you saw before were the walls to, like, the courtyard. Like, you know how whenever you go to a castle, there's, like, there's a blacksmith and, like, the horse stables and all, like, that's where you guys are right now. And then the castle proper is still ahead. You almost ran into the castle proper's wall.
Right. I'm saying, like, I didn't travel back.
It all is still ruins, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying. I don't know why I couldn't
Yeah.
do
No,
the
you're
word
good.
ruins. But
I think we're supposed to go into the castle and potentially even spin counterclockwise.
we can definitely do that, but we should not split up.
I'll try anything at this point, to be honest. I don't know what's going on anymore.
If you want to go into the castle, it's easy enough. The doors are fallen to the side. That might have even been the doors that you were inspecting earlier.
I'm
Large,
marching
but
in.
completely off the hinges.
I have the letter. Time is of the essence, and nothing bad has happened yet. So,
So as you step into the castle proper, you enter a large foyer, a large atrium almost, with a huge star-like pattern on the floor. And these massive murals across the walls above 11 different doors. Some of the tops of the murals are gone. You notice that the ceiling itself has caved in. There's some stone scattered across the center of the floor, but for how bad the outside looks, this looks pretty well intact.
Are there any statues that are still intact enough to make out?
There are no statues in this room, just the murals and the doors. Give me...
I'm looking for like Pokemon that I've never seen before.
Okay, then give me... you don't even have to roll for this, actually. So, the murals themselves depict some Pokemon that look... Some that look familiar yet different, and some that look just completely foreign to you. There are 11 different murals, one over each door, and they are numbered 1 through 11.
And then what about the 12th one?
If you look back behind you where you came in, where a 12th one might be, there's nothing.
Oh, got it. Sorry.
Presnick, you are a scientist.
I am.
Are you very good at, I guess, do you think you would be good at deciphering what these murals mean?
Well, I'm more deal in the science of here and now, but perhaps I can apply that knowledge to the past. Do I specifically? I think Presnick would be looking at the stars across the ground. Do I recognize any like sort of constellations or anything that?
So
might
yeah,
indicate...
sorry, correction. It is one massive star-like pattern,
Oh,
like a
one-
star.
I see.
Think Mario
So-
64.
I was
the,
thinking
the
the
same
the
thing.
floor. Yeah, it's
I
like,
gotcha.
almost like a sun, almost.
I thought you meant like a star pattern as like there's a
No.
bunch of stars.
Yeah,
It's
Gotcha.
a large pointed pattern
Okay.
on the floor.
If I look
yeah.
into the sun, do I fly away on a cap?
As you stare into the sun, you stare until it almost hurts, and you have to look away. And as you look back, you see spots. They seem to almost be leading you somewhere.
I should have wore special protective glasses.
I am going to briskly jog counterclockwise in a circle through this room. Yeah.
Okay. You make a lap. A second. Third. Fourth. Feel free to stop.
Yeah, I'll stop you right there.
You were speeding up with every lap. That was incredible.
Did you think you could like go backwards in time by running?
We're looking for a place where time lies. I thought perhaps we could make time lie by going the opposite
That's a
direction.
great idea. We should lie on the ground.
Wait, what if it is this a sundial?
Give me an investigation check.
14.
You notice that there are exactly 12 points on this pattern on the ground, much like a clock, but there doesn't seem to be any kind of like fin that would normally dictate like a sundial and a shadow or anything like that.
Wait a second. You said we came... Wait. Never mind.
Okay. Also with your 14, like I said, there are murals. There are that is like, aside from the doors and the floor pattern, there are murals on the wall.
Okay, so also you said there were 11
And there
doors.
are 12 total doors. The one you came in and 11 others.
Okay, so I'm assuming it's 5, 5, 1, 1. How they're laid out, or
we
is there
just in
like
a
6 and
circle?
5 on?
Circular room.
So as you look up, you notice Roman numerals above the doors.
Circular room. That is true.
It is a circular room.
He
Yeah.
didn't
Okay.
mention
Yeah,
it.
it is a
I
circular room, so-
gathered.
Okay.
You
That would make it a
as
lot
you
more
as you look up and thinking about numbers. Yeah.
I'm thinking standard church style.
As you look up and
They're square clocks.
thinking of numbers, you notice Roman numerals starting at 1. If the door you came in is to your back, starting at 1 and circling around all the way to 11, to the door to the other side of where you came in, with no number above the one that you came in.
What's the mural? Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I mean, you two have claimed to have had some experience time traveling before. Do
I
these
literally got here before all of you did. We've had experience time traveling.
Well, okay.
It's not a contest.
Since you're so experienced, perhaps these numbers mean something to you.
I was just beginning to speculate about that same thing.
This number represents 1.
Oh,
Fascinating. What's
very
the mural
impressive.
above number 1?
I can't
The
read
mural
these.
above number 1 depicts a vast wilderness and what look like Stantler, Ursaring, and even some small Pidgeys in the air litter the landscape. But they look different.
Okay.
More
Primal?
plain, almost.
Oh, plain.
Okay, what is
as
the
plain as you can with a normal type Pokemon.
What does the second one look like?
The second one shows a massive mountain
Okay.
towering above the rest with a what you could only imagine to be an absolutely massive stag standing atop.
It's
Some kind of horned,
Can
or not
I-
horned, but some kind of creature with filigree around its waist.
Slay. What does number 11 show?
11. It's an image of the ruins as you saw them whenever you entered. Before they were in disrepair, though. Before you time traveled forward, so whenever everything still looked pristine. But there's a whole village and community and people, man, and Pokemon walking and traversing the town, living together in harmony. But they wear clothes much more primitive to ones that you might be familiar with.
Okay. In the land
These mosaic
Presnick and I come from, whose name escapes me, which may not even have a name that I remember. There you go. Was there ever, like, not rumors or religions or something to that effect that ever spoke of, like, a creator or, like, an entity above all kind of a thing?
I think this is the first time in this campaign we're going to use this. Give me a religion check.
Slay.
Yeah, we actually haven't done that before.
We've talked about gods, but they're mostly just powerful beings. But you've not asked about God before capital G.
Yeah, leave that
19.
obsidian dice over there.
I know, and that's what you gave me.
That's all good. We'll get you a better
You
one
do
today.
remember certain creation stories, some different philosophies of belief. Some believe in the evolution theory that man used to be Pokemon and evolved to learn speech.
We're not bringing the
and
Mystery
how to
Dungeon saga into this.
and how to use tools. And there is the other school of thought that one day there was nothing, and then the other people Pokemon the world in the blink of an eye. And in the one where something created everything from nothing, it is believed that some higher being that might be considered a Pokemon, but lives above both man and Pokemon.
Yeah.
This four-legged creature
Whose hips don't lie.
whose hips don't lie.
It's
At the helm.
Cranidos.
And it does.
We've discussed.
The pictures you've seen do resemble the picture, the stag in the second mural, the mosaic.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'll look to Lucky and I'll ask him like, hey, can I leave the child with you for a second? I have an idea I want to try out.
Okay, sure.
And I go
Throw the child on the ground.
Yeah.
Is that how you hand it to me?
No, I hand you the child.
That's
and
a
then
D12.
Yes.
Okay.
How many doors are there?
There are 12. So the 12th
Yes.
one would be the one that you guys came in from.
Yes. So
Now
I
I
will
feel
go walk into door 7.
Okay. You walk into door 7.
I don't know if we should be going.
It's a picture. It's a mural of hell.
I don't know.
Just as the door shuts, it opens again and you step back out of door 7.
All right, door 7's not the right door.
Right. I don't. So
What's the mural above doors?
hear me out.
Door 7 has a dark being, very reminiscent of one that you know before, with a
Okay.
with a sickening grin that is
Okay.
all too familiar
Can
to you
you?
all.
Can Can I not bother you with this?
engulfing the world in darkness as the creatures you saw in the first mural, run away from it.
I'll look at the mural and
Can
I'll
you
be
send
like,
us
you guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just look up at the mural and be like, y'all let me go through that door?
You picked and randomly started walking.
You didn't stop me?
I can't stop you
You've
from doing
seen
that.
this thing?
No, I am trying to explain. So, if you haven't clued it up yet, so this is
I
clearly
don't
a
have the
story
chat
of
on
creation
here
to a
because-
degree.
Right.
Yeah, Android. That's fine.
I'll send it to you and you can
Thank
share
you.
it along.
We are androids.
You might be.
Later, Lucky. Later. We'll get into that later.
You and Kinji would make a wonderful team together.
I get it. It's not important right now, but it's important to me.
I think we should probably start in door number 1 and see where that leads us.
Did you share your creation religious role? Like, did you share that
When
with the
you
class?
learned
Or did you just, like, internalize it?
Oh no, I would have explained like I think this is a creation myth to a degree, or a recreation myth even possibly. I was just trying to save Sam time from explaining each and every mural to us because
Imagine as you were saying that was when I was walking.
Oh, do you want a description of all the murals?
yes, please, if that's okay.
I don't mean to derail.
I mean, you can read them all to me if you would like.
Yeah, because
to.
there's some. I have notes in here. It's hard for me to copy it. I had like.
Okay.
Get
Okay.
around the
Okay.
notes.
Okay. Or we can even do it after the.
Yeah, I can send it after. But so I can go through and describe them if you would like all of the murals 1 through 3.
I would.
So you've already seen 1, which
Yeah.
is the plain animals. 2 is the massive stag atop a large mountain.
Mm-hmm.
3 is
Big stag.
another image of the stag on top of the mountain, but there are 3 smaller yet still very large beings bowing to the stag.
Are they birds?
No.
Are they?
All 4 of them are bipedal or more.
Mm-hmm.
Or more.
One of them is a silver and blue being
Got it.
with a long neck and a elongated skull bowing. I'm sorry.
You're pointing at me, but I don't know what that is.
That one is a quadruped. Then the other
Yeah.
one is a large white and
Why wouldn't
pink
it be
creature
rampardos?
with wings on its
question.
shoulders, bowing. And the last one is a black and gray creature with some gold filigree around it that is bowing, but not as low as the others.
Yeah, we know who that is.
And the gray creature, the mural is heavily damaged over where that gray creature is.
Would I recognize this gray creature as potentially the one that we caught sight of in our vision atop the mountain?
The colors seem similar. I'm not going to make you roll for that. I mean, it would be a logical jump to make. It's hard to tell because what you saw was a thing, and this is a mosaic representation of another thing, so maybe, but it could as equally be something else.
Got it. So that's 1 through 3.
That was 1 through 3, yes. 4, the blue being stands facing. You get a better image of what exactly it looks like. It's got silver, jagged pieces along its face, and it stands quite proud with a blue crystal on its chest.
Okay.
As on one side is the sun, the other side is the moon, and night and day seem to almost kind of swirl into each other, as under the sun is the castle in its prime, in its heyday, and under the moon is the ruins. And again, as those pieces kind of tend to bleed into each other, almost like it's walks in all time.
Weird that they knew
Like
this was
time lies there.
Then number 5, the pink and white being stands similar kind of framing to the blue one, only it is amidst a winter landscape, a desert, the raging sea, and a lush forest, which are all also similarly swirling and bleeding into each other and impacting each other in this mural in a way that would suggest that they do, in fact, and possibly exist all next to each other at the same time. Then 6, at first you think might be damaged, but then you gather that it it looks intact. The mosaic tiles that make it up are in a much better condition than the other murals, leaving behind any thought that there might be something missing, but it is just an egg. A Pokemon egg amidst vast nothing. 7, the dark being hides in the shadows with a familiar grin. You guys have seen that one.
Does it look like Gengar's grin?
It's the same grin that you guys have seen in the shades.
Yeah.
Then 8, the darkness grows across the land that was depicted in the first image as the Pokemon continue to run, some falling prey and being enveloped within the darkness. In 9, the stag rises from its stoop, calling to the sky as man begins bursting from its feet and running down the mountain towards the darkness with Pokemon at its side.
How terrifying.
10, the darkness is now a small spot among the landscape in a insignificant, almost missable corner as man cheers with Pokemon and the stag rises to the sky, leaving the land behind. And you saw the last image.
Are these doorways, or are there actual, like, intact doors shuttering them?
There are intact doors shuttering them. Yes. Whenever Joseph walked through 7, opened a door, shut it behind him, and then it opened again, and he walked out of it.
What did he see when he opened the door and walked in?
Probably just another door.
Another small hallway with another door at the end.
And it just,
And it
let
just
me,
let
it
out.
spit me back out.
I'm gonna go open door number 1.
Okay. You walk out of door number 11, and you don't see a small hallway. The hallway was just because I rolled the same number that he rolled.
I'm gonna open the door with the blue creature predominant in or featured in the mural with the sun and the moon. I think that was
Door
5 or 4. 4.
You step out of door 6, the one with the egg.
I'd like to step into door 6.
Okay. As you open door 6 and step forward into door 6,
You wouldn't come out at 12. Go ahead. Nothing? I'm talking to myself, sorry.
you see an altar and another mural. And a person kneeling in front of the altar.
Nah, oh, okay.
I forgot we were gonna come and meet somebody. I was like, who the fuck is this? It's Genji.
I was wondering when you'd show up.
So, from our perspective, he went in the door and
the door is still
back out.
open, and he didn't come back out.
Do we
and you can see
him?
through.
Okay,
Yep.
okay. I was gonna say if we see him disappear, he's dead.
Well, I'll be darned. Lucky is lucky. And Grayson will start, like, sprinting,
He
basically.
is good at this.
Yeah.
And then I'm
maybe he does know something we don't.
The shadow government.
The shadow government.
It was a mural of an egg. You lay an egg.
And time lied. It lied.
very clever.
Not the way to get to the solution that I would have thought, but it is a solution.
You did your math homework wrong. Got the right answer, though.
Yeah, exactly. You showed your work and it did you bad.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have shown your work. You actually step out of a different door for that. No.
Brute
Take back
forcing
what I said.
puzzles. This is how we roll on
Fall
this
from
channel.
the sky.
But no, you see a creature kneeling at an altar before a mural, and this mural is nothingness, blackness. And as Grayson and Presnick step forward, you do catch glimpses in the mural. It almost looks alive of these purple energy, these eyes, these ghosts, and your flashback to whenever you saw Iki in the future when the world had been taken over by darkness. I've lost my place. The figure that's kneeling in front of the altar has a hood on, much like Mugen's, and as they stand and turn, they've also got a face covering so that all you can see is their eyes, but makes no mistake that these eyes are that of the Smoke Bandit, and who you now know to be the Seer. These deep blue eyes with a golden ring around them.
You claim to see all, and yet you bow to this?
I do not bow. I study, waiting for it to change. As she takes her face covering off and removes her hood, and you see blonde, like almost, not almost white, but like a golden blonde hair fall out of the hood as she fixes it into a bun out of her face, but it's shoulder length, so not all the hair falls into the bun. As her hair, because of this, almost kind of forms this weird tri-pointed bump look. She says, "It is a pleasure to officially meet you all. I'm sure you have many questions."
You could say that. It's nice to meet you as well. Grayson Doodledorf.
I am the Seer, Carouge, as some know me.
Or the Smoke Bandit.
I'll extend a hand as well.
Unfortunately.
And as soon as she grasps it, you can start by answering why we had to fight you before.
Good morning.
Good afternoon. As the sun is.
It's morning somewhere.
Quite astute of you.
But you knew I'd say that.
I wish I could say that I did. Well, to explain why I attacked you, I have to explain something else first. If that is all right with you.
Time is of the essence, but if it is necessary, then we are here.
It seems we are in a place between time. I do not know if time is of the essence.
Rest assured, time does pass here, as it normally would.
That is unfortunate.
Quite. So as you know, my name is the Seer. But I know that you do not know much else about my powers or anything else. I was gifted my abilities by the Serpent King, as he saw potential in me and unlocked them, is a more accurate explanation, I would say. When I received my gift, I began having visions of events that would happen mere minutes in the future. Almost like a severe case of deja vu. Over the first few months of having my powers, I began to hone them, however, and eventually I could see years into the future. And I would push even further and further and further. And something odd began to happen. I noticed my hair turning this golden color. It was once black, much like the rest of my people. Each time I jumped into the future, a portion of my hair would change. The further I jumped, the more it would change. I began to equate it to about one hair would grant me 1 year into the future, with one exception. When I began to learn that I could glimpse events rather than a set number of years into the future, I became curious to see what would happen when all of my hair turned gold. When I peered at that future, I saw my last hair turn to gold and I fell asleep, slumbering for 1,000 years. Awaking to this, and she'll gesture to the mural behind her. Nothing. Darkness. Emptiness. Death. Two things came from this vision of the future. One, I am now immortal, no longer human, something else. And two, my powers have a limited use with each awakening, but a seemingly unlimited reach, as I was able to see thousands of years into the future with a single vision, as long as it was focused on an event. Time did not matter. However, it did take a full hair. I knew that if I kept blindly looking into the future, the world would be doomed. So I had a purpose. I had never attempted to change what could be in these visions of the future. I know some of you, with all of this talk of seeing, might think that things are set in stone. That the world is as it is. If I can see it, it happens, it will happen, it always happens. It was the first thing I tested. You can change the future. And further, my powers actually give me a glimpse into how to change the future. If I know of an event to happen, I can focus on it and think of a desired outcome. And instead of seeing the future, I will see a number of catalyst-like events that need to play out in order to make that future happen. So I spent my days searching for what would turn the world to darkness. I did not know what caused it. Much like if I were to think on someone's death, I would not see it. But if I were to think upon someone becoming sick and dying, and I know that to be how they die, I can see that event. So, because I did not know the cause of the darkness, only its outcome, I could not pinpoint it. And just whenever I was beginning to lose hope, when I was down to my last 3 strands of hair, I was visited by that, as she points back through the doorway towards the stag on one of the murals. It appeared to me in a darkness. I called out to it, but it would not answer. After what felt like an eternity of us just staring back at each other, it opened its mouth and a blinding light shone forth at me. I couldn't help but close my eyes, even in the dream. And when they opened, I saw these ruins, as they are here before you. And I had heard of them from the elders in my village, and even seen the outsides and several other visions and journeys into the future. But where you are now is considered sacred ground. A place that no one had really been able to get to before. Always stopped by the impenetrable wall of the ruins that were never in ruin. As I pondered what this could mean, what this vision could mean, I heard a riddle, much the same as the one that I gave you. Walk until you make it through the mountains. Do not stray beyond the space beyond the cheery groves.
Mm-hmm.
Step back in time to the ruins of a people long forgotten. Trust your mind, but not your eyes, and you will find answers in a space where time lies. Use not your gifts to make the journey. You will need it to rewrite his story. So I knew I needed to make my way here, and I needed to conserve my powers, so I left my last 3 strands as they were, and continued here. It took some time and some doing, but I did make it, as you can see. And once here, I saw the murals outside. I saw the darkness trying to take hold in the past. And I could only imagine that it was going to do it again. So focusing on that, I knew I could look into the future with one strand and find a desired outcome with the other, and then I just had to make it happen. So I prepared myself. I saw the death and travesty that befalls this world, and I thought of stopping it, preventing it. Focusing on that, I looked into the future. And that is whenever I saw a series of events attacking you all so that you would be provoked to follow me into the world. As she reaches into her pocket and takes out the Pokeball manual and hands it to you. I had no meaning for this. The events had to play out exactly as they did to show that I was a threat, to convince both the Dento and the settlement to send some of their own on this mission. For you see, if some outsider were to show up and say the world's going to end in several months, no one would listen.
But surely they would listen to you.
No, my people might, but they are not enough. We need everyone. And if you, people from the lands, witnessed what was to come with your own eyes, saw the shade, I even had to coax your friend's Treepy back into the building so that you would make contact with it. With this great darkness, with the shadow government, as you call it.
Oh.
I even sent you on a path to meet your friend Joan, so that you would know the severity of this situation.
Well, thank you. Having Joan in my life has been an absolute pleasure.
I even had to align myself for a small time with the Shade to convince it to sway Yamato to their side, that your friend Mugen would be pressed to solve this issue and learn of his heritage so that the gods, the minor gods of the islands, might help.
With every fall of the domino, a great tragedy unfolds, and you expect me to believe that there was no easier way to make all this happen.
I expect you to believe that there is no way to make this happen.
You expect me to believe that you've been playing puppet master with all our lives, and that none of our decisions were our own.
No.
They were your own. But I had to set you on a path to make those decisions. I had to persuade you, yes.
This is just like the world of politics.
Like a brushstroke.
A guiding hand.
In a painting, I needed an image. Image might look slightly different depending on what brush you chose to make, but the direction the brush went and the color that was used, yes, I did force your hand in that.
Then surely you know that
brush
your
was all
words
your
are
own.
wasted. Save me your metaphors and tell me what you need now to save the world so that I may do it on my own. Of my own
I need
will.
you to be stronger. What I saw for the first time was not how to change the future, but how to get as close to the future that I desire as I possibly could. Yet you're still not strong enough. And you won't be. The world will still fall. But
That is what you have seen.
there is an option. It comes at a cost. To all of you. And I do not know if it'll work. You
Name
see-
the price.
You see just there, as she motions to another door off into the corner, leads to a chamber. Chamber beyond time, beyond space.
Hyperbolic in nature, no doubt.
In there, you can hone your skills, train. You have more time than you do now. Still limited. Maybe it might be enough to give us the edge that we need to stop Giratina.
Yet another title added to the long list.
This is his true name.
I think I'll call them asshole.
Yeah.
You may call them what you wish, but know that with your newfound powers comes a cost. You see what's happening to me, and as you kind of take a closer look, you realize she speaks and holds herself with the poise of someone older in the way that the mountain nomads talk about her. You would have assumed her to be older, but she looks to be 5.
Oh. Aged backwards?
Yeah. And notably...
I feel a little bit worse about talking down to a kid now.
Well, this is
It wasn't the first time.
Well, this is also my fault for not explaining this.
Oh,
but,
no, you're
but, like,
This stream started with
She
us
also-
beating up kids.
Yeah,
That's true.
we weren't feeling bad then.
She also notably looks shorter than whenever you two first met her as well.
Mhm.
I am changing because of my powers. The gods, both minor, major, all of them used to be humans at one point. Except for the trios, except for the stag. Giratina and his brother and sister, as far as I know, were created as they are. The rest of us are becoming something different. Should you spend time there, you're shortening what little mortal life you have left.
And if we don't go, then it sounds like we only have a week.
Precisely.
Well, it sounds like we have little choice in the matter.
You always have a choice. I know you think that I've set you on this path. This is our best chance, but choice is yours.
I don't think that you've set us on this path. Quite the contrary. I think that we've set ourselves on this path, and that you merely manipulated the outcome in ways that you saw fit.
This is true. Even your meeting with the forest spirit, it's beyond my powers. I did not foresee that happening. I did not know that you would travel to the future.
Oh, okay.
That is something that is different from what I saw already. Yet, as you can see, this mural will change. This is the future. And this will change should we succeed. But as of yet, we have not.
And with that in mind, I want you to know, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that when I walk through that door, I make that choice.
Of course. It's merely an option. Like I said, this is not anything that I've seen. We are beyond what I have seen. We are in a realm unknown to me. And should I choose to look one more time, I won't be able to share what I've seen with you all. Unfortunately, I will fall asleep.
President, we've trusted Kinji before this. I think it's okay to trust this lady.
Kinji did not try to manipulate my life and put my friends in danger, live them through such tragedies that I saw them weep.
He particularly sort of manipulated us to get us onto
Did
the
the
boat.
repairs to Kinji's boat hold up?
To go... Yeah,
The
To
ones
our
that I helped him
knowledge.
with?
that you helped him with?
Oh, yes, you needed a vessel.
His Kinji, Kinji.
I know not of... I know not of his Kinji.
You met him a long time ago.
Have we met before?
Oh, well, let's save that for later.
Wait,
This-
okay, I have a question
we don't want
for
to
you.
derail things here.
Is this bitch Celebi?
What?
Is this bitch Celebi? Is she gonna turn into Celebi?
I don't know.
Little onion head.
An ogre?
That was the most honest. What?
But with that question, with that decision looming in front of you and what it could mean to step into this chamber, that is where we're going to end it for the night.
Whew. Wow.
Dang.
What
I
a
have a
sesh. I have so many questions, and I can't wait for the next one so I can ask all of them and with maybe just a slightly upset undertone.
Yeah.
But with all that said, if you guys are curious as to what has happened so far, we have all of our episodes here on YouTube. You can catch up and catch us for the epic climax as we wrap up the campaign in short order. I don't know exactly how much is left, but things are definitely coming to a head.
We are getting close. I will say this now, there's probably going to be one, maybe two more sessions left.
Oh, man.
Really?
No way.
In that case, until next time, go out there and make some chaos. Bye.
Bye.